G'day D-Live and welcome back to the Gives a Minutes D-Live stream for a Wednesday afternoon affair. It is just gone 6 minutes to 3 in the PM for me. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening to you, whatever the time it is, wherever you're consuming this content. You're always welcome right here on the Gives a Minutes D-Live stream. Looking into the chit chat, I see Safe, I see James in Germany, I see Roleplay, I see Music Man, I see Hexy Mofo, I see Davo, I see Giggle Pickles, I see Lady Crow Cheddar, I see Children of the Grave, I see 9 Crew. Therefore, 9 freaking cheerses because everyone gets a cheers when they join the Gives a Minutes D-Live stream chit chat. This glass, this microphone, when they collide, that resembles the cheers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cheerses. I do enjoy these Wednesday streams. Cryptocurrency stream. This particular stream, first of all, a little hello to the Restream crew. I am restreaming this out across the stratospheric, atmospheric, globospheric, Mayunis. Wow! Linz, John Paranormal. Thank you for the ice cream and lemon. How you doing, Linz? Good to see you. I am restreaming this because this is a cryptocurrency stream. We're going to talk about the HEX Pulse chain. Is it even called HEX Pulse or is it just Pulse chain? The fork of Ethereum, which Richard Hart has announced. We're going to talk about a little about his live stream, 8-hour live stream he did. To be completely honest, I don't really understand too much the details. I don't pretend to know really much about it, except that I understand it's a good thing because, as we're about to see, if you have staked HEX and you want to do something after the stake comes to a conclusion, whether you want to take the cash and run or you want to reinvest, you do get pummeled with the Ethereum gas fees. The blockchain fees on the Ethereum blockchain, they really hamper you. And if I understand correctly, this new forking of Ethereum, what Richard Hart is announcing, is to get away from those fees. I think he said almost transactionless, which would be pretty rad because nothing is better than something. I would be happy with a small fee, but the fees that Ethereum charge for any interaction on that blockchain, it's outrageous. We're going to look, it's outrageous, but I've got just a little heads up before we get too deep. Somebody dumped a whole bunch of ETH into my Metamask wallet. I've got 2 stakes that have concluded. They're only small stakes. One's worth about $160, one's worth about $80. Now, when I went to good accounting those stakes, I wanted to continue roll them back in. I was flabbergasted at $49 ETH fee for one of them, and then $32 for the other. I was like, what? And so we were talking about that. What's the best course of action? Well, the idea was to let them bleed 1% per week. Let them bleed. But then yesterday we were talking about it, sort of preempting this stream. And a Hexagon, I cannot recall his name, but he has HEX in his handle, just goes, hey dude, go and have a look in your MetaMask wallet. And he dumped in $110 to cover the fees. So like, I mean, if this chap comes back in, can we all say thank you? I'll spot the handle, but I just can't recall it off my head. But wow, how about that, right? So I was willing to let it bleed until this Pulse chain is ready, and then swap onto the Pulse chain and do it transactionless. But this gentleman just went, no, here's enough ETH to cover you for the time being. Turns out it's about $110. So what we're going to do then on this stream, because this is about learning cryptocurrency, we are going to go into my HEX, my gohex.com. We're going to go and see my stakes. We're going to have a look at the 2 that have expired, and we're going to roll them over. We're going to do that on the stream live. So if you're wondering how it all works, if you're kind of like a little confused by it all, you don't really understand it. Like I'm not saying I understand it. I'm saying we're here to learn together. So we're going to do that on this very stream. We got 2 videos about the Pulse chain that I've spotted on YouTube. I want to take a look at those. So we'll go and do the we'll go and do the HEX rollover, and we'll all sit back and go, goodness gracious me, look at those fees. But we'll do them because we've been paid a gift to do it, and then we'll go and have a look at what Pulse Chain will actually do to cover this. Before we go any further, though, I am going to address the chit chat, and that's why I was talking to the restream, because if you are watching this on YouTube or any of the other places that I'm streaming it, and you want to be involved, if you want to make a comment and you want to sort of add your bit, you're going to have to come over to dlive.tv/givesaminute. It's on the screen right there. This is where this stream does reside. I've only got one chat. I mean, I know there's chats on YouTube. I know there's chats on Trovo. I'm not looking at them. I'm only looking at my singular chat here. This is the DLive chat. So if you want to be involved in this chat, and if you got advice or comments to make, commentary, you want to add your little bit to the situation, you've got to do it here on dlive.tv. Now, I will be cutting the restream on Facebook. I don't give two hoots about Facebook. So at some point, I'll be slipping it off at the side. But I will keep this running across the other stratospheric, atmospheric, global, universal internet machines. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, Bitwave. I've even got it on Bitwave for all those. Wow, right? So just if you want to partake, you got to do it here on DLive. Otherwise, I'm not seeing what you're saying. But if you are doing it on YouTube, I will go back and look at the comments afterwards. Blah, 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 blah. Back up in the chit chat. Safe says, have a good day, Benon. Thank you, Safe. James in Germany, have a good one, y'all. See you all tomorrow. So this is obviously the end of last stream. I stream daily here on DLive. There are obviously comments that have sort of fallen over from last stream. Roleplay with the follow. Hey, Roleplay, thanks for following the Gives a Minute DLive stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute DLive stream. Thanks for the follow. What roleplay? Music Man, I wonder if this is the berries. Now, I'm not too sure what that's in relation to, but I did take that link and I tabbed it for tomorrow's regular stream. I won't look at that now, Music Man, because we are specifically doing a cryptocurrency stream. I gotta tell you, I only do these once a week, but Wednesday, today, when we're doing it, this has quickly become my favorite stream. Aside from the IRL ones when I'm drinking homebrews and sitting in front of a lake, I mean, you can't get much better than that. It goes IRL, drinking beer, sitting in front of a lake, to IRL, drinking Jack, sitting in front of a lake, to cryptocurrency streams, and then fourth, cap game streams on a Friday or a Sunday. That's the order of my streaming likeness. I really enjoy these cryptocurrency streams. I find them mind-boggling. By the way, if you're wondering what's going on here, I've just got back from a 12K fitness walk, and it has been hammering down with rain. I got completely soaked to the core. My headphones broke. Not these ones. I've got the got little Sennheiser cabled crap ones. So now I'm going to look at buying some, finally buying some AirPods. I want to get over the ear ones. Anyway, I'll look at that another time, but got so wet, so completely drenched. Hexy Mofo with some stickers. Davo, we love you on the channel. Thank you, Hexy. Thank you, Davo. Giggle Pickles. Hey, Gibbs. Hey, Gigs. How you doing? Giggle Pickles likes to hang out underneath the table here, underneath the desk, and she just gives me a couple of little taps to let me know she's okay. She's doing well down there. Happy Wednesday, Gibbs. Thank you, Davo. I was about to jump off DLive, but have a great stream. Well, thank you, Davo, for coming in and saying hello. Yeah. By the way, another side note. Oh, actually, let me get through the chat first. Then I just want to tell you a little about payout methods on DLive, including crypto. There's a little secret there. Not a secret, little tip. Hexy Mofo, hello. Hello, Hexy. How you doing? Good to see you. Children of the Grave. That's a cool handle. Children of the Grave. What's up? It's evening here. Well, good evening to you, man. Good evening to you. Some stickers there. Cheers. Lynn's with the donation. No stop and gives as I'm going into bed, but hope you're good. Well, thank you very much, Lynn's. I am doing very well. It's nice to see you briefly. It's nice for those donations. Thank you. Pulse Chain. So you don't mention HEX. So the Pulse Chain is the fork of Ethereum, and it just so happens to be that HEX is on the Ethereum blockchain, so therefore it all falls together nicely. Gotcha. You got that right. Thank you, Children of the Grave. Been on DLive a few hours on Lynn's stream, but now I need to rest and off social media for a bit. No worries, Davo. I understand. Completely understood. Heximorpho says, nice. Night, Davo. fees have been a little lower right now. Check it out, Bannon. Is that right? Well, we're going to do it today. We're going to do it today. So will you combine the two into one? That's exactly what I plan to do, Children of the Grave. I'll combine those two that have expired. What do you call it? Do you call it completed? Ended? Expired? Ended kind of means I've ended it. I didn't. It naturally concluded. So my plan is to roll them into one, and then set it to 555. Not quite 5555, because that would mean longer than my longest one, but maybe I'll look at the date that my longest one is and we'll coincide it to come out at the same time as that. It's going to be close to the 15-year mark. Thanks for the explanation. No worries, Penelope. How you doing? Nice to see you. Rob Mac, wow, there are a few Doge millionaires today. Did Doge rocket, did it? Did that pop off as well? Because I do have a little bit of Doge. Not as much as I'd like to have, but what happened? I didn't see. I haven't been paying attention. Did it pop? Did it go for it? Oh, well, congratulations to those Doge millionaires. Shit, happy times. Hey, Rob Mac, Giggles. Johnson's in the house. G'day, Johnson. How you doing, man? Can I just give you props again, Johnson? Just a little side note. Like, I like to take half an hour to get into the stream, and I'll go and get a coffee, then we'll get into the meat of it. So this is kind of like a welcome. But just for those that are wondering, Johnson, my goodness gracious me, I did an 11-hour IRL stream on the weekend where we drove to a lake. Like I said, we drank up some booze, some homebrew beer, and then some Jack Daniels, big spiders, and having a good time. Before we'd even left, Johnson had gone into I got in my about section all the ways that you can donate. Sly little doozy, went in, dropped a PayPal donation over the value of what it would cost in Australia to fill up I've got a Mitsubishi Delica 4-wheel drive van, runs on diesel, costs about 60 to 75 Australian dollars to fill that thing up with diesel. He dumped in to my PayPal the total amount and some without even saying anything. And PayPal don't have any overlay alerts on a stream, so I never knew about it. I was just, later on the stream, I was just going through my phone and I happened to scroll from the top and to get the notifications, and I see a PayPal notification. I'm like, because I actually went and filled it up, but he did that before that. So Johnson, just thank you again, dude. That, like, you literally covered the fuel for that stream and for the next 4 or 5 streams. That thing guzzles fuel, but you've, dude, I'm still blown away by it, man. It's very, very kind of you. Very kind of you. Tap, Giggles. Hey, Giggles, Rob Mac. Hey, Johnson. Johnson, how are you, Giggles? I'm good. Hey, Johnson, how are you, hun? Morning, Gives. James in Germany. Good morning. How you doing, man? Morgan James, man, I'm a bit chill. Bit of chill and rain for you. It's a little cold down here, too. A little cold. 66. Oh, crikey. Doge went up to 66 cents. That's, like, I've seen it at 30, but, oh, crikey. That's pretty cool. CN Crystal Doji. Hey, CN Crystal. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Nice to have you. Nice to know you. Dogecoin went up to 66 cents. Wow. Did Elon tweet again or something? What happened? How did that go down? So that's what we're planning on doing on this stream. Just as a little reminder, we'll also be checking into my bankroll.network. We always roll those divs over every week. We just have a look at, I got Stockpile and Stronghold. Now Stronghold I've got more invested in, so the divs is usually about 25-30 US dollars a week I get in divs on that, which is pretty rad. And then we've also signed in for Swap. Safe, who was up in the chat earlier, Safe kind of got me into Swap, but I still don't really know how it's used. But we buddied up and then I don't know what to do. So we'll have a look at that. That's just a matter of of course. Then I want to also, after all the HEX stuff and all the Pulse stuff is done, I do have, obviously I've taken requests from you yahoos, and we've actually got tabs up the wazoo right now. Look how many tabs I got here, folks. Look at this, check this. Look at all the tabs lined up here. Let's get rid of my hideous head. All these tabs up the top here, these are all things that you yahoos have suggested we look at on these cryptocurrency streams. So it's going to be a miracle if we even get through 4 or 5 of those, but I've got them, they've got to be in order, right? So whoever asked for it, it gets at the front and then we keep going through. But the ones that we've got, we're going to look at, there's an app called Metal, and that sits well with me. I like my metal music. Metal, the easiest way to buy, sell, and trade crypto. So what is it? Is this an app that's an exchange? There's plenty of those already, but I don't know. But we got the website to look at, then we got a couple of videos to talk about it. And then I guess we'll be getting near the end. Like I normally stream for 3 hours. We'll be getting close to the end at that point, I'd imagine. But if not, we've got Tezos, Hive, StormX, HBAR. Now I should have opened these first because now they're all opening at the same time. Turkish cryptocurrency platform founder vanishes, fraud suspected, a news article. DPay, Pirate Coin, Safe, Pal, Neo Coin, FLM Coin, XRP Coin, Pack Coin, and then we've got literally there's literally a Pulse Chain website I did not know about. Pulse Chain website. What I'm saying is there's too much to get through, and that's why we've got to go with what we can get. We've basically got us. I don't want to stream for 8 hours like Richard Hart does. I'll happily do. Get out of there. I'll happily do an 11-hour IRL stream because I can sit there and drink and watch the sunset and sit in front of a lake. But I personally find these streams very, very taxing on my brain. Like I'm not the smartest. Right, I've completely flunked out of school. You saw my grades there: 37% economics, 40% maths, barely passed English. I was lousy at school, so I find this stuff taxing, but I find it intriguing, and I think this is a particularly good time to get involved in it. 2021 is when I first got involved in it, I guess, cryptocurrency. Even though I'd been on DLive since 2019. Streaming on a blockchain website, right? Even though it was testnet, blah, blah, blah. I just sort of looked at what was going on there and I thought, okay, well, I'm receiving this Lino token. Okay, whatever, cool. And then when I looked into it, what it actually was and sort of studied it, I was like, well, this is actually pretty rad. Like, hello, YouTube, why don't you offer something similar? Like, why don't you do a little crypto thing? How about that mic bump, by the way? Yeah, and I was intrigued by it. So I paid a lot of attention to it, and then DLive came about and said, oh, there's this new platform or this new concept we want to promote. It's called Crypto Superstar. Now, I was already a VP at that point, verified partner, but that was the way that they were fast tracking streamers. They were trying to entice streamers to come to DLive and talk crypto. I don't really care for the bonus and the VP and whatever. I'd already achieved that anyway, but I like the challenge of becoming something, like a little stepping stone. So I applied for it and we went ahead and started doing cryptocurrency streams, and it quickly became my favorite time of the week. Cryptocurrency, very, very cool. Charlotte Rose in the house. Didn't even see you coming in. Charlotte Rose, how you doing? It's the numbers stream, Charlotte Rose. It's the numbers stream. HEX got up to 0.3. Wow, that's cool. But that's not quite that's not quite 60 cents. It's a fair way off, but that's amazing. Dogecoin at 60 cents. Cheers, all. I appreciate you taking those trips and bringing us with you. Johnson, I didn't see that comment, but thank you, man. Just thank you again. Just know that was really appreciated, and you kind of set the tone for the whole stream. To be honest, like it was beautiful mode to be put into. What a bunch of kooks, children of the grave. Who are the kooks? Hexy Mofo, Charlotte Rose, Pulse Frog. Alien, is that you, children of the grave? Hola, Charlotte. Sticker removed. Did you get your BTT yet? Did I get my BTT? Oh, safe. How you doing, man? No, I want to talk about that just quickly. So, by the way, thank you for your help this morning. So on DLive, you can be donated through the in-app donations, and you get paid in an in-app token called a lemon. Now, a lemon has a fixed value, 0.012 cents. 0.12 cents. At this particular point, when you receive lemons, you can receive payment through a payment gateway called Chipotle. Now that offers, in Australia anyway, that offers 3 different options. One of them is PayPal, one of them is an e-check, and one of them is a wire transfer. Now I've been paid by a few magazines in America for photography work in wire transfer, and I swore I would never accept a wire transfer again. The amount of fees that not only the magazine got charged to submit the wire transfer, but then to receive it at my end and then my bank to convert it, just ridiculous. So I looked at those three as all three bad options. But I went with PayPal. Now, it turned out that they were going to charge 150... No, it was 139 US dollars, so about 150 Australian dollars in fees to just get paid. Whereas previously, the payment fee was $2. Now, this is obviously proportionate to the amount that you're withdrawing, but my amounts weren't vastly different. Yesterday, I was complaining about it, and I was saying, how come we don't get an option to be paid in BTT or any crypto here? We're on a cryptocurrency website. Like, surely you'd think that, if not like Bitcoin, at least the coin that like we're on the Tron network here, so at least TRX, right? And then Safe happened to say, dude, you can. You can, right? Now, the reason I didn't know you could is because if you're looking at the DLive app, the DLive website, and you're on, at this particular juncture, I'm on two browsers. I use the Brave browser because you get paid crypto to use a browser. You might as well get paid to use one. Why would you use Safari at that point? You're getting paid in crypto. Anyway, so if you use Firefox, hang on. So I was streaming and I was using Firefox. So when I was told that you can get paid in crypto, I went and had a look, and sure enough, there's another option. So there's the Chipotle option, then there's the crypto options. I was like, I'd never seen that before. So then I decided after my stream, I said, well, I'm going to end my stream. Then I'm going to come back in and cancel my payment with PayPal, because it's still within, I think they pay out in the middle of the month. So we still got plenty of time up our sleeves. So I canceled my payment. Then I went in and had a look, and I was on the Brave browser at this point with Shields up. And the idea of cryptocurrency payments was gone. It was just Chipotle again. I was like, what? How have I missed that? What is? We looked at this last night on the stream. It's gone now. Is it like something they're working on temporarily, and it was just a fluke that I happened to get on at the time that it was live? I don't know. So I struggled with it for a while. I actually sent a ticket in. Then I put up a little thing in the Discord, link down below to Discord, and Safe said, using Brave browser, make sure your shields are off. So shields up. Wow! That's how I felt, right? Shields up stops you from seeing the other methods of payment. I don't know why, but thank you, Safe. I've now submitted it, but it won't go through until the payment cut off at the middle of the month. But it's there, and I've opted to be repaid in USDT. So it'll go straight into my Tronlink, which is rad, totally rad. In the chit chat, Giggles, you never know. Giggles, I know. Charlotte, don't crawl through the bathroom door. Hey, I've missed the Coin Captain opening. Wow! You're and your son's Giggles gifts. Mayunis, wow! He'll be opening it when he comes back on. I don't want to miss it. Me either. Wow! Your crypto pay better. Maximofo, right on, right? Right into my Tronlink. Slide it right in there. Did you catch a wave today, Ben? No, I didn't go surfing today, Charlotte. I didn't go surfing today. It might have been okay. I had other things to do, but it might. I mean, it's been pretty hideous rain and not the greatest weather, but often that doesn't matter. The swell's still good. But I didn't actually have a good look at it today. I did have a quick look on my walk though, and it looked sort of okay. Jack Tronics, thanks for the lemons. Cheers, Safe. So Brave shielded content. The thing with that is, Heximofo, it's not stopping you from seeing the payment method. It's only stopping you from seeing some of them, because you could still see the Chipotle method, but yet any amount of refreshing and reloading and whatever didn't make a difference. As soon as you put shields down, up comes the cryptocurrency payment method. But then again, this might not be the same for everybody because it's jurisdictional. I think like cryptocurrency payments aren't worldwide yet. I know that America has a hard time getting through their hurdles and whatnot. In Australia, it seems to be all cool. So Jacktronics and Doge Cash Radio, thank you for the lemons. Thank you for the ice cream. Doge Cash Radio, did you cash in this morning on the 66 cents there on the Dogecoin? Hell yeah. You would never think a shield would block something. That's a fair point, Children of the Grave. Fair point. But why wouldn't it block it all? Why did it only block the crypto part of it? Jacktronics, you were in a cabin last time I saw you. A cabin? I was in a cabin. A cabin? On a stream? Cabin eating. US cannot cash out BTT and TRX. Right. No, Doge Cash is another crypto. Oh, Doge Cash isn't Dogecoin. Ah, of course, of course. I took my 16-year-old Jack Russell to the vet today. They said give him children's Panadol, then bill me $300. Dude. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy heavy. All right, folks, let's move in to the meat of the content. So just a little heads up to those Restream Yahoos. I will be killing it on Facebook pretty dang soon. So I will keep the YouTube up. I'll keep the Twitch and the Trovo and all that other crap, but I will be killing it on YouTube. So you're going to have to come over here, dlive.tv/givesaminute if you want to partake on the stream as a whole. To get me to a coffee and to get into my HEX stake, you know the deal. On the screen, there are 17. There are 17 bands. These 17 bands all somehow relate back to me. I got stories of all of them. If you want to find out a story in the chat, I'd like you guys to choose which one you want to hear from. When we get a consensus of at least 2 of you choosing the same band, we'll play that one. I'll read out the names and the numbers, and you choose. Number 1 is Tracer. Number 2 is Black Aces. Number 3 is Ween. Number 4 is The Shiny Brights. Number 5, Peter Bibby. Number 6, Burn Collect. Number 7, Tracer Acoustic in Bonn, Germany. Number 8 is Triggerfinger. Number 9, Dappled Cities. Number 10 is Tracer Electric in the Basque Country live. Number 11, the Delta Saints. Number 12, King of the North. Number 13, Everyday Circus. Number 14, Tommy Rutland. Number 15, Gilgamesh. Number 16, Tracer. That one's in Nottingham. You've just got to go. Number 17 is Loot. In the chit chat, g'day Hendrik, how you doing, man? Hendrik says 50. Oh, before that, Charlotte says 17. 17 is Loot. Hendrik says 15, which is Gilgamesh. Safe says 17. Whoa, there's a consensus right there. Okay, folks, we're going to hear from Loot. This is Adelaide's skate rock band fronted by Simon Sack Reynolds. Loot. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the slightly random daily song.
See this t-shirt here? Airbag. What year was this? I can't even remember. 2005? I can't recall what year this was, but either way, this is not a band t-shirt. This is a t-shirt for a skate comp in Adelaide at West Beach Vert Ramp, put on by local skateboard enthusiasts. And what I want to talk about was one of the bands that was performing at this event was also directly related to the t-shirt and the artwork and blah blah blah. I'm going to tie all this together. So when I left Sydney to go to South Australia to skateboard, yeah, that might sound a little crazy, but I was really keen on pushing my vert skating, and at the time I was in Sydney but traveling all the way to Mona Vale to skate vert on a lousy ramp every weekend, once on a Friday, then on a Sunday. And I just got sick of it after about a year of doing that. I got sick of it, and a really, at the time, world-class vert ramp was built in Adelaide, or in West Beach, South Australia, Adelaide. And so I went down there and had a look at it, and it was really good, like way better than Mona. And so I decided to move there, and I went across, drove over to Adelaide. And what I'm getting at is the very first day I arrived at the vert ramp, I met Simon Sack Reynolds, plus other skaters. But in terms of this discussion, Sack is the guy I want to hit on. If you're a skateboarder in this country, you'll certainly know the guy, Simon Sack Reynolds. Very, very lovely, very welcoming, very friendly. Basically, you're here now, you've come from Sydney, you're going to be skating here, you're a friend, you're in, we're having a great time, we skate every Friday, every Sunday, come down. That extended then further into hanging out and becoming friends. His band that was performing at this event, every year there was it was called the Ain't No Airbag Landing Jam. It's like a combination of his birthday, Zach's birthday, and a skate jam. So his band was called Loot, L-O-O-T, Loot. Now, he also told me that was Tool backwards. So they wanted, Tool, the word, or the band name Tool backwards is Loot. In the band Loot, Zach on vocals, Willow on guitar, Mike Basil on drums, the guy who did all the artwork here, Mike Basil on drums, and Pat Hughes also on guitar. Bass guitar, my bad. Now, over the course of a few years, they did have a bunch of shows in Adelaide and a bunch of parties, airbag landing jams, so jamming on the vert ramp while we were skating. It was so sick. I don't think they officially released, I mean they released stuff. What I've got is like an EP, no artwork. I found this very difficult to find anything. I found like a flyer in Pat Hughes's Facebook page with the word Loot, the way it was graphically written. So that's the artwork for this EP, but I don't even recall getting artwork. I don't know, I mean I might have missed out, but what I want to play for you is the opening track from that EP. The EP is just called Roll Baby Roll, and this is the opening track, Roll Baby Roll. One of the greatest jam outs on the platform while you're skating. This song just gets you amped up. You'll hear Zach singing, it's pretty rad. I'm gonna put you down here I'll put you down here. A little view of the ocean here. Little view of the ocean right there. Is that gonna be good for you? Nice vista. So, from the airbag landing jam sessions, kind of, loosely, Mike Basil artwork and drums, Zach Reynolds on vocals, Steve Willow Wilson on guitar, and Patrick Hughes on bass. This is Loot from the Roll Baby Roll EP, Roll Baby Roll.
Yeah, man, let's grab our skates and let's whip it up. Grab my skate, grab my pack, and in the car, the pipe attack. Hack in the room, fuck to the hurt, going over the the man from the gun. Roll, baby, roll, yeah. Roll.
What do you think of that? Little outro bit there at the end. I'm gonna suggest that's on the song because it's on my EP. The next track doesn't start until after that little bit ends. I don't know what that little bit was, but there it is. Roll Baby Roll. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come back over here. Roll Baby Roll by Loot. Skate rock, huh? How about that? If you were at these events, that's where you'd hear Loot performing. Maybe they're still cranking every now and then, the odd show. I know that Loot, well, members of Loot went on to do the Slime Balls and blah, blah, blah. Other bands probably existed. I'm sure if all those dudes are together and there's instruments, they'll crank up some tunes at the skate park. Just get down to West Beach Vert Ramp on a Friday evening or a Sunday, and bam, you'll catch up the boys. Some awesome stuff. Skateboarding always been really welcoming like that, always open. And like I said, when I rocked up there, Sack was like, dude, come on in. You're welcome here, skateboard together. And still friends to this day, even though we live on opposite sides and I'm not skateboarding anymore. Too old. He's older than me though. Now look, while I sit down and think about that fact, you guys can go back to the live stream.
Oh, you're there, aren't you? Yep, I knew you were there. Shee-wee-wee-wee. I'm just having a look on the wheel machine. I'm up there on the wheel. Thanks to the wheel love. D-Live. Roll, baby, roll. How about that? Loot. Got myself a coffee here. Did you like that? Skate punk, thrash rock. Loot. Do miss those days. Let's move in then, folks. Let's take a look at this HEX stake, or the 2 stakes I've got, and let's take a look at the fee it's going to cost me to finish this, or to roll this thing over. So if we go over here to, this is the Brave browser. This is the browser I use. You should use it too. You get paid. Literally been paid, well, $7 US bucks this month just by using the Brave browser. That's the BAT, the basic attention token. You can always refresh this too, and usually it cranks it up a little. 6.330. If I crank it a few times, maybe it'll go up. Yeah, 3.5. Little hack there, it'll go up to 3.4, I guess. 3.45. So basically, you're just refreshing your browser and you're earning a little more. You might as well use the Brave browser. You're going to get paid. But the reason we use this is because it does have the Chromium back end, or it's built on Chromium, so therefore you can engage your wallets. And I've got Metamask and Tronlink. We're going to take a look at Metamask first. I've already logged myself in here. So what you'll see here is there's about $106 US in ETH here. So that the value of 0.0324 ETH is, at this particular juncture, $106. So I think I had about $6. Again, I cannot recall who this generous person was. If they come into the chat, I'll know who they are by their handle, but I can't recall it off my head. But they did dump $100 of ETH into my MetaMask wallet to help this process. So the reason they've done that is because you're about to see. Let's go to gohex.com. Now this will bring up my stakes if I hit the stake button here, because it's punching into my MetaMask wallet. So this will bring up my stakes. I'm trying to say stakes statistics, and that's a difficult thing to get together. Stakes statistics. So here's my stake history down here. None. What? That's weird. How come it says none? Let me refresh that. Maybe it didn't load correctly. I'll bring this up so it's off the bottom of the screen there. This bit down here, loading data. Okay, there we go. So these are all my current stakes. These are the active stakes. Now, if I change this column to end, what you'll see is this is the longest stake I've got. That's gonna be, what's the term? It's gonna be ready. It's going to mature on January 28, 2036. Now that stake is to the value of $484 US currently. That's my longest stake. Then I have another stake underneath that'll expire or mature in December 8, 2030. So 6 years earlier. And that's to the value at this point of $452 US. I also have a stake that'll mature, I can't remember the word I've chosen, mature in 2025, and that one's worth $2,190. So that's a big one. I also have one that will expire in 2021 later this year, November 18 this year. That's worth 644. So what I would like to do, and obviously these two here, that's already expired on the 26th of April and the 25th of April. So these were the first two stakes that we ever put down. And the value of each of those, oh my goodness, it's gone up. Wow. That was last week we looked at that was 130. That's $260 there. And this is 74. So what we have to do, we have to make a decision. Obviously, you can, when you put a term deposit in, whether it be a bank or in this instance, cryptocurrency, this is the HEX currency, you have to make a decision. I could take out 260 plus 70, I could take out $330 and run. Or if you're looking at this like I am, which is a long-term benefit, you might as well stake those back into the system and have it set to expire at the end of the longest you possibly can. Now, will I be alive in 2036? I don't know. If I'm not, this will go to my family, right? And ideally, it'll be a big lump sum for them. So what you do, I think this is what you do, you look at this one here, and we're going to work out, that's my mature date, January 28, 2036. And the reason that date is 28th of January is simply because 5555 was the longest you could choose. So I could now restake these in for 5555 again, and that would go past January 28. Now, at some point, you've got to say to yourself, you got to end this, right? It's got to come to a conclusion. There's no point doing it. Hexy looks good, man. Yeah, it does look good, doesn't it? I've got a good, they call this a stake ladder. This is a good stake ladder. At some point, I'm going to have to, earn the benefit from this. So if I was to restake these two that have ended, if I was to recommit those to a 5555, then at that particular juncture, I would then, there'd be no point, right? Although I guess what I'm saying here is, because it's so long away, does it make a difference if it's 5 months or not? I don't know. You can start moving your ladder to closer dates from your longest one also. Oh yeah, closer, of course. You don't have to go past it, of course. Hex, hey FK, how you doing, Graham? Hex is best Ponzonomics, better than SafeMoon for sure. So what would you recommend? Heximofo, this is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about doing it right now, changing these two, or the end ones, to this date, to January 28, 2036. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Do you think that's a good idea? Is that a best idea? What do you think? You think 10-year or 5-year instead? Okay. I'll take the learn here. I'm taking the learn. Obviously, longer is better, right? If you're going to hodl, longer is better. So I'm willing to... Charlie in the house. G'day, Charlie. How you doing, man? What's up, Gibbs? Checking in. Good to see you, Charles. Graham, LPing the ETH to FLIP pool. FLI pool. Long playing? What do you think, Hexy? What do you say, dude? I'll listen to you, man. I'll listen to you. I'm pretty certain I think you're going to say what I know you're going to say, though. Rob Mack, you can always restake again. This is true. That's true, Rob. That's true. Are you going to look up into your bankroll stakes? Yes, safe. I will definitely be doing that after we've done the HEX stuff. Then we'll go into the bankroll stuff. The date you are thinking is fine, but what if they hit 1 million and you have to wait, but longer is better? I just like some options.
Wow!
Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're saying, what if HEX gets to $1 million per HEX? Crikey, I mean, and I can't... Well, then I'd withdraw it and take the cut, right? Cut a loss. Charlie, thank you for the ice cream. The benefit of longer is locking in your T-shares. That's true. Yep. Charlotte Rose, your parcel is shipped today, Bennett. Ooh, interesting. Thank you, Charlotte. By the way, I still haven't got that last liquor for the stream. All right, with that in mind, I'm going to stake it in for the 28th of January 2036. So let's do this. So we go back over here. We're going to, when you click end stake, there's two options, end stake and good accounting. Good accounting is what we want to choose because we want to roll this sucker over. In fact, let's do the big one first. Let's do the big one. I'll be demanding compo. In fact, Charlotte, if I don't get it by the end of this week, I'm definitely asking for some compensation from Dan Murphy's. Still not here. So I'm going to choose good accounting on the big stake. Now this will open up the Metamask wallet and it will tell me the fee. So the gas fee is actually higher than what it was before. It's because the value's gone up, so the fee's higher. It's going to cost $42 US to make this transaction.
Mayonnaise! Wow!
Samuel, how you doing, man? Thank you, Samuel. Thanks for the ice cream. Not good accounting. I don't choose that one. Heximofo, I don't choose that. I don't choose that. Okay, well, I'll reject that. I thought good accounting was what we needed to do. If I'm going to choose end stake, the gas fee is the same. So I thought we learned about this. I'm gonna just cancel this. I thought we learned about this. Good accounting. Where was it? We did see this. Good accounting, HEX, end stake. I thought end stake, we needed good accounting. Comtech in the house. G'day, Comtech. How you doing, man? There we go. So this is the staking page. So, okay, ending your stake. Before the stake is over, we're done with it. Once the stake is complete. So we're literally in this phase here. Once the stake is complete, there are two options. Option one is to end stake, to end your stake and mint back your coins plus the interest and bonuses. Option two is to choose good accounting, which takes the expired shares out of the pool but does not mint them yet. This option can be chosen for tax purposes if you do not want to mint your coins at the time. Ah! Yeah, well, we don't want that. We want to take everything and get it all together and then redo it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Hexy. End stake is what you want. Good accounting just parks the stake without burning fees and lets you mint coins at a later date. You will still have to end stake after good accounting. You're dead right, dude. I'm glad we just read that, because I read that last week. But I'll be honest, when I read that last week, I was still thinking, how much is this going to cost? $46? Get the hell out. So I didn't quite register exactly, most accurately, what that meant. So let's end stake then. Let's close that. So let's end stake. Now I want to stake. Cut of meat, cut of crypto. Charlotte Rose. Let's end stake here. So it's going to give us a fee here. Open up the MetaMask wallet. The fee is going to be $47.10. Now, thank you again, whoever mystery hex handle was. It wasn't Heximofo. I cannot recall the name of the handle, but they donated $100 US into my MetaMask wallet to cover these fees. So I wouldn't be doing this otherwise. So we're going to confirm this. That's going to confirm it. Did that bring up a shield? I probably should have put shields down, right? Shields should have been down. Crikey, that might have ruined that. Stake history. Let's see. Shields. I should have put shields down, folks. Now we're upside down. That's okay. Did that not go through? Looks like it didn't go through. Thank you, Mystery Hexagon. So that didn't go through by the look of it. I wish I could confirm that. Where is the activity? Go to activity. Staking end pending. It's still pending. Ah, okay, cool. Click on activity, Metamask. Yeah, okay. So it is still happening. So it's pending. Geez, at a transaction fee of $49, you'd think it would be instantaneous, right? Like what at that particular point, what are you paying for? What was it, $46? Confirm transaction. Done. Stake end. There we go, folks. The stake has been ended. And where does that put it here? That puts it in my MetaMask, of course. So now what I'm going to have here is go assets. If I chose to, let's refresh this page. If I chose to, Pulse will be 3 seconds, right? And it'll be free run, almost virtually free.
Mayonnaise!
Paying for the grift, right, Samuel? Thank you for the ice cream, man. If you look at assets in MetaMask, it should be there. Yeah, I didn't see it there. Assets. I got to add the. I don't think I've got HEX in here, dude. So I've added the token. It's not there yet. There it is. There it is, folks. So now we go back to my assets in MetaMask. There is HEX to the value of $288 which is that first stake. So now if we go back down and get rid of the last one here. Sorry. I'm in stakes. Where are my stakes? Here we go. The end of this one here. So let's end this stake as well. End stake. The gas fee here is $30 because it's obviously a smaller amount. So we're going to confirm that shizzle. That stake is ended or ending, and there'll be a activity notice here. Pending. There we go, stake end. So that's pending right now. Love a good pend. While we gently pend away. There we go. I get the little pop-up notification. You didn't see it, but it's done. So now if we go back to our wallet here. Sorry, go back to our assets. Whoa. Assets here. So now our total HEX value is $370 US. And we still have some ETH left over. I want to keep that in my wallet simply for transaction purposes because we are going to stake that back in. So how do you do that? Pretty easily. Go to stake here. This is obviously punching into the MetaMask wallet. So the wallet sits up above here and both the website and the wallet work together. So we're going to put in our max amount of HEX, which will take it from our MetaMask wallet. That's our maximum HEX available. It does it in HEX value, not the dollar amount. So 14003.513. There it is there. You can see why Pulse Fork is needed with those kind of fees. Exactly. And we're going to talk about that. At the moment we've done this new stake, we're going to go ahead and watch some content literally about Pulse Fork. Graham, stream is unworkable for me. It's not buffering, it stalls, then cuts out, I get nothing. I'd really like to contribute, but this is possible. Man, I'd recommend this. If you're having a difficult time watching it on DLive, I am live through Restream. I am live on my YouTube channel, and I'm on Twitch and Trovo and Bitwave. I often have people say to me, I watch you on YouTube, but I'll use the chat on DLive because the DLive experience is so clunky. So go down to my about section. Graham, you know what I could do? I could give it to you, man. I could give it to you. Give me a second. Let me give it to you, man.
Mayonnaise!
Mayonnaise! Wow! Samuel, thank you for the ice cream. as much as I want to bring everybody onto DLive, that there is my current YouTube live link. I am live on YouTube right now. That's it right there. If you want to go over there and partake, you're welcome to. It's a thing. It's a thing. Look, I'd rather everybody be on DLive, but I understand DLive up and down, right? And a little, like, I know from my IRL streams where it's super clunky. But yeah, I'm on YouTube, but just a heads up, if you are watching on YouTube, I am not engaging in the YouTube chat. So if you want to comment, if you're watching on the tubes of you and you want to comment, you have to put it in the DLive chat. This one here, dlive.tv/gibsminute. Have that popped out in a separate window just for the chat and have the YouTube visuals up. That's probably, you know, a workaround, I guess, because I'm only, like, I've got that stuff going, but I'm only looking at this chat. I'm only looking at that chat. Or refresh the stream page, Giggle Pickles. I know this experience from IRL streaming. I know the frustration. It's clunky. It sucks. It is what it is. There is a workaround while I'm restreaming, so there it is. So let's go ahead now, folks, and stake in. So if we were to put in the maximum stake in days here, 5555, that's the maximum stake we could make. Now that would bring this stake out. What calendar date would that be? That would be July 2036. Now, currently we've got a stake, or the last stake coming out is this one. It's the big one, 509. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Do we want to go for another 6 months on the end there? If you click the calendar and then change to the year date, then pick your month and day to match your other stake, that's it. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way. I was thinking about just going for 555, but I think I'll pick the calendar. So we'll go July, June, May, January. Let's go January 28. Increase your stake length for bonus shares. Of course. But it was going to be 5555. Now it's 5381. So slightly less. So what we're looking at there is a stake coming out on the same day as this sucker. And that's 3% done. And that's the value of that is currently at $484. And this one will add to that. And that's all we do. And now, does it give you the... Does it tell... Well, you got to stake it in. But does it tell you the gas fee at this particular juncture? I wonder if it does, because I've got... How much have I got left? I've got... In my Metamask, I got 33. It'll be less than 33 bucks to stake in, surely. You'd want to hope so. Crikey. Let's try it. The gas fee... Oh, it's only $7. Okay, so the gas fee is only $7. 2.4 T-shares. That's pretty rad. I kind of... I'm thinking... No, we're going with what we know. Okay, here we go, folks. This is a 2036. This is going to come out in 2036. This is a long time term deposit. Here we go, folks. Done. Confirming staking. Let's check the MetaMask. It'll be a pending option here in activity. Start stake pending. Mayonnaise! Wow! Thank you, Samuel. So there it is, folks. Done. Now, if we go back down here to my stakeses, we have, if we put them in order, we have 2 stakes that are actually, that's kind of rad. They're almost around the same amount of money. $484 and $452. They're both coming out. Oh, wait, that's not the right one. That's not it. Let me refresh the page. Active stakes. Oh, there's a pending period, isn't there, before it gets added here? I think. Oh, yeah, there it is. Pending. Pending. Hey, Fucker, thank you for following the Gives a Minute DLive stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow. There should be a pending one day. There it is. Yeah, that's the one. Hey, Graham, where can I read about Pulse Fork for HEX? Well, we're going to learn about it right now. The idea of doing this was to illustrate how expensive that is, and now we're going to look at Pulse Fork and why that's going to be beneficial. So, yeah, so there's this one at 335 US dollars, 2.3 T shares. So my total T shares is 2, 4, 5, 6, about 11 T shares. Gravity with the follow. Yo, Gravity, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow, Gravity. So that concludes the HEX section of the stream. Again, massive thanks to the mystery hexagon who did give me enough ETH in my Metamask to cover these fees. I will leave this in here at this particular juncture, because it is important to have some, obviously, it's important to have some there. Otherwise, you know, you're going to come across transaction fees that you can't make. You can't make transactions if you've got no ETH. And thank you. If the person comes in, please let me know who they are. So let's go and have a look what Pulse Chain is. So this is, we just got robbed with fees, right? Completely robbed. Like, well, I didn't because it was donated to me, but anybody else doing that on their own would have been robbed. Pulse Chain, this is the, unfortunately, this is just a placeholder. I'll pop it in the little, chat, in the Linky Poo chat there for you, but that's just a, excuse me, that's just a placeholder for the website. But let's take a look at what this is all about. This is a channel called Ovidian. Now, I haven't watched this yet, but free HEX airdrop, Pulse Chain, big news, past calls. What's this all about? Let's take a look. This could be...
Hello everyone, we're on day 517 of our HEX journey, and there's a lot of new updates I have to show you guys. This is very exciting times, and we're very early on this new technology. I rarely use the word new technology because a lot of the other cryptos are just not finished or copies of something else watered down. But this is new technology, and we're on day 517. We got a nice pump today, as you can see.
Can I just pause that there? When he says we're on day 517, what's the reason behind the day number? Like, is there a maximum day amount? I never got that when someone says, oh, we're on day 48, we're on day 63. Where's it counting up to? Like, and is there a final day? I never understood that, so I thought I'd just jump in.
Stakes are not.
Oh, these are his stakes. Look, we get to see his stakes here. So this gentleman has staked quite a lot, 9 grand in totes. He's done a 2,000 day. Wow, he's got some big ones. Just how many days since Hex launch? Yeah, but what's the point of counting it, Heximofo? It's not related to anything aside from when it was launched. He's got some good stakes in there. He'd be pretty stoked with that.
We are back up, and we're getting our interest paid daily, not weekly, not monthly, daily interest. And our t-shirt price is at $356. That's amazing. We were at 250 or 240 a few days ago. Now we have pumped. The t-shirts are gonna just gonna get harder and harder to get these t-shirts, especially with the new Pulse Chain update that is coming up. But before we get into that, let's I like to some of whoever follow my calls in the past. That before I told a lot of people in some chats and other areas about other cryptos. I wish I would have done this channel earlier. I'm not a big streamer, but let's take a look at some of my calls.
Graham, what's up? Bro, what's up, dude? What can I help you with? I'm not too sure what bro is all about, but what can I help you with?
So I told everyone everybody that I knew buy Binance coins about 1 or 2 years ago. So now we look at the historical data here. Let's look at take a look at the charts here. So see how amazing
Not decentralized.
crypto has done. So if you bought, even a year ago, this is all time.
Are you saying HEX isn't decentralized, so therefore it's not crypto? Is that your point? Because I'm not too sure if that's exactly. This is a Ponzi. HEX is a Ponzi. Well, okay. At this particular juncture, Graham. No, the fork. The fork is a Ponzi. Okay, we're gonna have to learn about it before. And by the way, I wouldn't even know how that changes anything anyway. If I'm being completely honest, even if it's not decentralized, how does that make it a Ponzi scheme? But we'll get to that, I guess.
Look at that pump. That was a good. I didn't have the capital to go in, to be honest. But whoever did follow the advice just did amazing. Look at this. This is the chart you want to see in the crypto bull run. And now the other call I had, I did get into this one, and I made quite a getting at $4 to $8. So this.
So what's this guy now? He's smoking himself, going, yeah, I told you about this, and now it's going rad. So suck eggs, everybody. You didn't get in. I did. This is what he's tooting his own trumpet here.
As well, like called it out like at even at $7. I told I know some close friends to buy. So look at this amazing chart.
All right, dude.
It's
you
still.
well.
I think this could still hit $50. Injected protocol. I wouldn't. I don't. It's hard. It's really hard to tell because we don't know when this cycle is gonna end. We could hit a bear market and it could just dump down. But I really believe in this project. So I think we could keep going up, just all the way to 50, maybe 100 in this bull market. It's possible. But please do not gamble on. Only put in what if you're gonna. It's still early on this one. I believe it could do what Binance did in the future, in the next cycle, probably like $400 if it catches on. This is an amazing project. Next one I called out was BChain at very, very few cents actually. So now I sold at I think I sold a little too early on this one. I needed the cash, but look at this. This is like I said, this is a chart you want to see.
Price action for illiquid small cap is not impressive. Okay.
2 years ago, if you would have known me, you would have made good profit at 21 cents. I think this could have probably hit at the end of the cycle, probably $1, honestly, even more. But this is gonna be so hard to catch that you're gonna have to be very. I mean, right now you're already buying high up there, but I think this bull cycle has a couple more.
Sorry, folks, I'm just gonna close that off there.
Okay, the next one I got, I called out as at 50 cents or 40 cents. CCN, so at 1 year mark. This one didn't do as well yet, but it could do very good on the next cycle. So even if you would have bought, I called it around March. Actually around here, I told my friend, yeah, right here actually, yeah, like a couple months ago. So now I just would have sold around here at $2. Even at $1 now, you made some good profit. I still expect a lot of growth. There's rumors that these guys might partner with Amazon. But like I said, don't gamble when we have HEX, right? Don't put in.
So why are you showing us all these then?
Your beer money, whatever. Another one I called out was Icon. This one disappointing overall because I did think it was gonna do amazing. This is probably honestly my worst call because it just fell so hard in the last cycle, and it just picked. I'm gladly I sold it at the top. I did tell but I was telling people to buy at 40 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents. Now it's at 261, so now we are pretty good. I mean, you would have still made some profit at that point. So another one we're gonna. So I just want to talk about the pump and dumps, like SafeMoon, right? You see a lot of hype on SafeMoon. When you see a lot of people talking about something that don't know about crypto, it's dangerous, right? So let's take a look at this one, the chart. The charts never lie. So if you zoom out, look at this pump, dump. Now it's dumping. It might go back up again. It might there might be one more parabolic move and boom, another dump. You don't want to get caught in this. This is not good. And I heard that somebody owns a lot of this. One of the original creators.
Anybody buying on SafeMoon?
I was checking out data and it looks like they own a big chunk of it, so it's very dangerous to get in this. You could try to ride the hype like Dogecoin. Dogecoin is also very dangerous. It will probably collapse when everything else collapses and we go into the bear cycle. So be careful, please. All right. So now let's get into business, the good stuff. So HEX, this is the chart you want to see.
No thanks. Right.
Let's take a look at this chart.
You were thinking of buying some Comtech?
We're just going up. We had this dip before the Pulse announcement, and I think it's just we're just gonna keep going. So let's make some quick, simple technical analysis that I'm not that good at, but let's actually I am pretty good at it. So let's look at this is the chart you want to see in crypto, and let's take a look how you see this trend. There's no way. It's just no way. We're just gonna keep going up. This is amazing. It's just gonna you see how right here we didn't break that resistance line. If we would have broken down, that would have been bad. But I have so much confidence. The way HEX works is just amazing. There's so much in here in the technology that it won't. I just because people are holding it, staking it for long, it won't let it collapse. And just this is just gonna keep going up, guys. And so let me show you something else real quick. So basically, a lot of people, there was like big players on staking. So there's a bot called the HEX bot on Twitter, HEX whale bot. So like it'll tell you who won stake. Like if people on stake, they get penalties, and we get those penalties as the stakers. It's like a traditional CD, right? If you take out your CD from the bank early, you get penalty and it goes to the bank. But in this amazing true decentralized cryptocurrency system, the stakers get the penalties. So here I was in the morning. I was actually woke up to some good surprises. That's why the price is probably pumping. You see, there's some stakes ending. Stake today. There's a lot of people actually staking. Look at that. This is crypto's best hidden secret, and it's being gatekept by. I like CoinMarketCap, but it was bought up by Binance, and they're gatekeeping HEX. HEX should be in one of the top cryptos, but because it's not centralized and they can't control it, they're like, I think they're trying not to show it in the front page, but that's why I'm here to show you guys. You see, so you see, there's a lot of volume coming in. The people that are smart, the rich whales know what's up. So
I was thinking of selling my IBM shares.
Here you're able to see who on stake.
Giggles,
staking,
let me
for
just pause
60
that.
days, 2 months, they're making.
Giggles, you mentioned you had IBM shares. How long have you owned them for? And, has it been beneficial? Has it been beneficial for you?
They could get out their interest early. You don't have to go for 5 years. People like to make fast money too. But the longer the better, But I did see some stakes that were, some people got impatient with a lot of money. So all those penalties, guess what happens? See, they nuked it right here. That comes to us, right? You only serve, out of those 3,650 days they're supposed to stake, they only serve 373. I don't know the reason why they're doing it. Maybe they're still getting good money because it was a huge amount. The penalty is this much goes to the hexagons, which are us. And yeah, we're making.
That's pretty cool, right?
That's either he probably got.
That is a pretty cool feature of HEX. If you, like, I've just gone and staked to 2036. Now, if in 2030 things went wrong and I needed the money and I took out, I lose my bonus and you guys get it. That's pretty rad. Like that's, dude. Easy win. My grandmother bought them in 1980 and gave them all to the grandkids, and I'm the only one who hasn't sold out. Oh, wow. How's it done for you?
Because of the dip, or I don't know the reason they needed quick money. That's a lot of, I don't know. See that? There's 1, 2, 3. Could be the same guy. Anyways, I'm not really paying attention to the details there, but I love this. This system is amazing, and we won't be stopped. It's only gonna get better.
I haven't touched any
Now,
of
the
it.
big
But how's it
news is
gone? Like, has it constantly gone up? Like what?
the
Like,
Pulse network's coming, which is a fork of Ethereum.
I mean, we could go and have a look, but we're not looking at stock markets. But you could have a look and just say, oh, well, in 1980, an IBM share was worth 34 cents, and in 2021, it's worth 12 grand, for instance.
So we are gonna get double our coins from what I know. If you're already staked, you're gonna get doubles. Those coins are gonna be doubled in the new web network. Basically, free crypto. They're about to take the snapshot, whoever. So if you're already in HEX, you're staked. You don't need to do anything else. If you're about to buy more HEX, I hope you bought the dip. But one thing, not financial advice, obviously, to anybody, but I would, if you have like $2,000, put $1,000 or $500 aside, because we're gonna basically what's gonna happen is there's gonna be we're gonna get the Pulse chain token.
Here we go.
So you're gonna buy HEX first, then we're gonna send it to an address, and we're gonna get back Pulse. And that's gonna be like the new Ethereum, right? The reason is we're doing it is because it's like Ethereum with cheaper gas fees. We're paying so much fees.
Hang on. Go back to what he just said.
And that's gonna be like the new Ethereum. What's gonna happen is there's gonna be we're gonna get the Pulse chain token. So you're gonna buy HEX first, then we're gonna send it to an address, and we're gonna get back Pulse.
So how do you do that if you've staked it in? Is that only for new buying of HEX, or is that those that have already bought HEX and staked it? Because I'm not touching my HEX stakes, right? Is he saying you've got to unstake and then send it to Pulse and then send it back? Heximorpho says not exactly. You will get X tokens.
And that's going to be like the new Ethereum, right? The reason is we're doing it is because it's like Ethereum with cheaper gas fees. We're paying so much fees. Crypto wasn't supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be cents on the dollar.
It's new liquid HEX only. So that doesn't really help those that are staked, does it? How does Pulse Chain help those that have staked long term?
Contribute into this new system. I think there might be 2 tokens. I'm not sure yet, but if just put it this way, it's like you're getting ETH. You get into Ethereum before $1 or so, and it has to be done in the first day or the first 5 days. Just keep dollar costing in. So I will keep you guys.
Many cryptos can be sent to the sacrifice pool. I've heard this term on the Richard Hart live stream, the sacrificing. So we're sacrificing what exactly?
Update it, but this is an amazing opportunity. It's going to change not only HEX. It's gonna do a lot of like Statera, right? This project this is an amazing project, and it's getting its ass kicked by the gas fees. It has so much promise. It's like a sort of like
okay. Like so that's everyone. Heximorpho says everyone with existing stakes will have a copy on the Pulse chain, so a duplicate of what they've got. Dude, I mean, we just staked in at the right time, then, right? I'm assuming we're going to get in on that with the stakes that I've got. So you'll be looking at HEX, and then you'll go to Pulse chain, and you'll have the same thing over there, but it'll be a different. Pretty rad. It's pretty rad. It's pretty exciting.
HEX, but it's
pretty damn exciting, actually.
It needs cheaper transaction costs to accomplish what the smart contract needs to do, and it can't. And it's one of the best. I think it's one of the best projects I found out there, but it just can't.
So Statera is having a shocker.
We've seen other very bad projects prosper when there's no need
because of
for
Ethereum.
That. I mean, everybody's gonna get burned. People are buying overpriced JPEGs, and GIFs. So the new
the state of the Ethereum network will be copied over to Pulse. Yes. Okay. At what point?
Pulse chain fixes this. I would say if you're gonna buy more hex, stake it, but also hold some of the hex. And I'm gonna show you guys what to do. Make sure you have
There will be a market
and
evaluation,
for
right?
me personally, like I said, not financial advice. I'm gonna try to save up and have some money on the side so I could get myself some Pulse chain. Also, if you have Ethereum in your MetaMask wallet or any decentralized wallet, you're gonna get you don't even need hex actually to it's gonna call the set. I'll keep you guys updated. But if you have Ethereum, actually, you're automatically gonna get an airdrop of Pulse. And I'll show you guys once we get there. So
Well,
let's say you
that's
have
interesting. So I've still got Ethereum in my MetaMask, and so therefore I'll get an airdrop of an additional. Wow. When Pulse launches, the state as it is exists on Ethereum will be on Pulse. In addition to MetaMask.
like 2 Ethereum, right? Or 3 Ethereum in your MetaMask wallet. Then the snapshot happens, you will get Pulse chain token. So you're gonna get that for free. So if you just want to do that, that's also possible. But if you want to help the Hex, I would say if you want to, like, the Hex community is gonna, what is called the sacrifice period. We're gonna send some of our Hex. We're gonna send it over to the address. We're gonna get back Pulse, which is a more bigger bonus, and then that'll pump our Hex bags because.
So you can only send Hex that's not staked. You can only send liquid Hex, which I don't have. So I won't be sacrificing anything.
We're sacrificing Hex, so it's less Hex, but we're also getting the next Ethereum style coin, which is Pulse chain, as far as I know.
Who's running the Pulse nodes?
Up.
I guess they'd be validators, right? Right? Validators.
Did it, but I would say it's coming. The change is coming. Is gonna be amazing. Like, we're really early in the game. Even if the bear market hits, bros, it's just Hex will outshine. Hex actually outperformed in the bear market. We were still in the bear market when Hex launched, and it's just gonna be amazing. I'll keep you guys updated. Once again, here's the Hex whale bot. If you're curious to see.
There will be an additional way to gain on Pulse by sacrificing cryptocurrency before the launch and get a placeholder Hex token. Oh, okay. So not necessarily Hex. You can sacrifice other crypto. Richard Harden, who delegated proof of stake for validators.
See, this this is everybody's you see the influencers talking about all these other bad coins, and when we have this amazing, like, smart money's coming in, guys.
It's intriguing. It's intriguing.
Look at.
Thank you, Richard Hart, for setting something up like this.
Hit the like button, actually, and also if when you guys make it, like I said, just donate from your heart. I'm not gonna do like a course. I'm not gonna do if you guys need, like, some of you guys need really, really a lot of help.
I still can't find any good documentation.
We could set something up. Just hit me up on the comments.
It's still early days, isn't it?
If you guys
it's still
need,
early
like,
days.
Instructions, or like I could just hop in a Zoom share screen, and yeah, just donate when you make it. Like, we're gonna make so much. I'll make other calls as well, but right now I don't really focusing on the altcoins anymore. It's very high up there. I do have some hidden gems, but yeah. Okay. Well, hope everybody has an amazing day or weekend or week.
Thank you very much for that information. That channel was called Ovidian. There is another one that I want to look at. I always try to take two videos here. This is a gentleman I have seen before, Crypto Coffee. How to get the Pulse Chain airdrop plus Galaxy Brain secret.
Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about how to get the Pulse Chain airdrop of a lifetime. So for all you moon boys out there that are wondering how to get this crypto airdrop that you might have heard about, it's called Pulse Chain.
Heximofo says you can sacrifice many coins, possibly BTC, BNC, TRX, ADA, and etc. Oh wow, I've got some Cardano, and I've got some. Well, I've obviously got TRX, and I've also got some. BTT, of course. I'm not sure if that's in there, but this is intriguing, right? This is very interesting right now. Yeah, this is intriguing. That's why I always say this. It seems like 2021 is such an important year in cryptocurrency. Like, everything's changing. Everything's just going crazy. Like everything's going, like everything's moving, and it's moving quick. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what the time frame for Pulse Chain to launch is. Whether it be 2 weeks from now, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, end of the year. I don't know. But isn't it intriguing that this is even a thing? The project is still being created, partially complete. That's right. Cardano on an Ethereum fork. What? Plus, we'll have bridges to other chains. Like I said, this is a very interesting time to get in on crypto and learn from the base. Before I started these streams, I didn't know what HEX was. And here we are learning about a fork for the Ethereum chain that's going to do so many different things. And if you own some crypto on the Ethereum chain, you're going to get an airdrop, right? Free crypto. This is the age of ETH. Learn about EIP 1559, removal of prisoners of war. Prisoners of war?
And we don't have a launch date on it yet, but there are some things you can know ahead of time to get familiar with the concepts. We're going to talk about it. It's actually not technically an airdrop. It's a fork of Ethereum, if we're being honest. But, everybody in crypto is all about the airdrops, and, it's a term that is relatable. So we're going to talk about how to get the Pulse Chain.
Hey, Graham, I'm not sure. You've asked a bunch of questions which I don't have the answer to. Obviously, I don't pretend to have any answers like that. Are you, just out of curiosity, are you a HEX staker? Have you got HEX staked? You seem to be very wary of this Pulse Chain. Now, understood, you can't find any good documentation. That's fair. There should be documentation. But from what I understand, we are at the early stages here. I don't know. I'm not here to defend Pulse Chain. I'm not here to defend Richard Hart. I'm not here to defend HEX. I'm just curious where you sit here. I'm a HEX staker. I'm interested in the Pulse Chain fork. I'm very intrigued to see what that means for HEX stakes. I'm very intrigued to see what that means for someone kind of very loosely at the base level of crypto, like the learning sphere and becoming a bit more knowledgeable. I'm just not sure. I'm not too sure where you stand. Decentralization maxi personally. HEX seems like a Ponzi-onomics to the max. Ponzi-nomics. So do you want to explain that, dude? Because you keep putting very short, abrupt statements, and I'm not too sure exactly if you're are you a HEX staker? That's a simple question. If you don't care about decentralization, then Pulse is great. See, I don't really care. Decentralization, for all the benefits of that concept, is it necessary every single time in every single instance? I don't think it is. I don't really if you say, well, I'm only going to invest in this coin if it's decentralized. Me, that wouldn't be a critical reason to go yay or nay. I'd be like, well, is it really that important that no one really delegates this? No one has the ownership of it? I don't mind. Yeah. Are you a HEX staker, dude? Pretty intrigued on that question. Just it seems like you're poo-pooing everything without really. And look, I just showed you my HEX stakes and the growth and the income that I've earned off basically pretty much nothing, right? And so poo-pooing it, I could have just taken $300 out of those short stakes that have only been there for 2 months. I don't touch HEX. What does it do but stake and return based on emissions? HEX is a term deposit. Just the same as putting a term deposit into a bank, except you're not putting it into a bank, you're putting it into a crypto. So I don't have a problem going to a bank and saying, here's $1,000. You keep it for a year, and when you give it back to me as 1,100. I don't have a problem doing that. Nobody does. We do it all the time. It's been done. In fact, that's how I learned about money as a kid. Save your money, go to the bank as a term deposit. We call it a term deposit in Australia. They call it a term investment or a time deposit. They call it a time deposit elsewhere. Same thing, right? That's what we've got here with HEX. It's a time deposit in cryptocurrency. And I've just proven the work that it's done for me in a short time. It doesn't have the utility. See, we hear this, and I know this statement. What utility does it have? The utility is a term deposit. That is the utility. The term deposit. That is its utility. That's all it is. That doesn't, I mean, you could say that doesn't have any utility. That is the utility. It is a term deposit, just the same as a term deposit at a bank. I'm not poo-pooing, it's a great space. So HEX is inflationary supply to pay your rewards, and stake is to stop dumping. I hope it goes on for as long as it can. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty, me too at that point. So now we understand you a little better, because I've seen your statements and I'm just not too sure where you sit, because it seems like, and it's not like there's nothing wrong with you asking questions. Of course, that's the idea behind a live stream, to ask questions. I don't want to present the wrong answer that I know everything about it, because I certainly do not. I do not know all the answers to everything. I only know the answers to a small number of things. Half of the stuff you've been stating in your comments, I don't know what you're talking about. It goes over my head. I don't pretend to be this knowledgeable master of this, but at this point, I would say it's working pretty damn well, and there's a lot of people that have benefited from this, even though it has been poo-pooed by a lot of other people. So I'll deep dive into the whole space. There you go. That's a good way to do it.
Drop. There's two main methods, but make sure you stick around till the end, because we're going to tell you a galaxy brain secret about how you can actually pump your favorite coin during this whole process. Let's get right into it, guys. So it's really, really simple. There's basically two ways that this thing is going to happen. The first way is very easy. You just hold any ERC20 coins in your wallet, right? So, but just by holding coins, when this pulse chain forks off of Ethereum, you're going to get a one-for-one copy of all those coins. Now, one thing to call out is it's more than likely that it's going to need to be a non-custodial wallet that holds your private keys that you're holding your coins in.
What does a non-custodial wallet mean? It means something like Metamask, not a wallet inside a exchange, is how I don't know. Am I understanding that correctly? Non-custodial, not linked to an exchange, just a wallet, like an Exodus wallet is fine and a Metamask wallet is fine.
Now, that means you need to get your coins off of centralized exchanges.
I should have just waited for him to put that next point in. Get your coins off centralized exchanges, which you should never leave there anyway. Not your key, not your crypto. We know that.
It's not non-custodial. Okay, custodial means somebody else holds your keys. Non-custodial means you do. So more than likely, you're going to want to get Metamask wallet. You can go to metamask.io if you don't have one already, or just make sure whatever Ethereum wallet that you're holding your coins in.
I've got Ethereum in Exodus, and I've got Ethereum in Metamask. So I'm sorted.
Make sure it supports having your own private keys, and make sure it's not owned by a third party. Now, whenever this fork does occur, any coin that you had in your Metamask wallet that's an ERC20 coin will simply just appear in your new Pulse chain version of the wallet. Now remember, this is an ETH fork, right? So it's only an airdrop of any Ethereum-based tokens. If you have tokens on Binance Smart Chain or some other, Tron, I don't know why you would have coins over there, but those are not going to be copied, okay? Only Ethereum tokens. And if anybody didn't know, ERC20 just is another word for an Ethereum-based token, or a token that lives on top of the Ethereum blockchain. So yeah.
That's kind of the way that this gentleman has just explained that is something that 5 months ago would have completely bamboozled me. But that makes so much sense to me now. So what I'm illustrating here is I love the learn process. I love how we're learning all this.
When you get the fork, it's just a one-to-one copy on whatever date that fork occurs. We don't know when that date's going to be yet, but you will just get a one-to-one copy. The answer to the next most obvious question is yes. If you have staked HEX out there, or if your tokens are locked in some other contract, all the contracts are being copied over, right? So you're still going to have access to those coins on those new contracts. Now, I can't say that for sure about every coin, but
And what will the coin be? Will it be the Pulse chain, PCC, Pulse chain coin, or will it be X coin? We don't know, right?
Big question is, well, do I have to have my HEX staked or liquid? And it's like, either one, guys. Either one will work fine.
There you go. That's something that the other guy didn't quite illustrate. He was sort of saying, oh, you should have some liquid HEX. Either one.
Stake your HEX. If you have HEX staked for 5 years, then you're going to get a version of that HEX also staked for 5 years on the new Pulse chain. Okay? So liquid HEX, staked HEX doesn't matter. Really, it's really, really simple, guys. I it couldn't get more dumbed down than this. You just do nothing. You just hold the coins in your wallet, wherever they might be, staked or unstaked, and you will get a 1-to-1 copy of the ERC20 tokens in that wallet on the Pulse chain. Now, the other method, the second method, is sacrificing a ERC20 coin for, let's call it token X, okay? The name is not important. Sacrificing means you do not get these coins back. So you'll have a period of time in the future, again, not sure when, to sacrifice one coin for token X. And there's going to be a whole list of coins. This is actually not necessarily only Ethereum coins. This might be, Bitcoin, Zcash, maybe even Ripple, maybe even some other coins. And it's most likely that it's going to be the coins with the biggest communities behind them. But that final list is to be determined. Anyway, when you sacrifice the coins, you do not get them back. So you have to have no expectations of profit from the work of others.
Sacrifice gets into game theory, which is where Richard Hart sort of excels, right? So if I understand this very briefly at this point, putting other coins, maybe not necessarily ERC20 coins, is giving it more value. You're converting a coin from some other chain into Pulse chain and therefore pumping the value of the chain, saying, well, look, we put our coins in there because that's better for this reason, for that reason, for this reason. And you will still get the same coin back. You will receive X, which is what you will receive in the first method by just holding your. So when you hold your ERC tokens in a wallet and then this launches, you'll get a copy of it, and that'll be the thing. We'll call it Pulse thing. And if you sacrifice, you'll also get Pulse thing. So it's a way of two different ways of getting the same thing, right? If I understand correct.
That means it's a sacrifice, guys. That's literally the definition of sacrifice. You're giving these tokens away to then get a token called token X on the Ethereum blockchain. Like I just mentioned, the list of sacrificable coins is to be determined.
Sacrificable?
So there is no final list yet, but I can show
Isn't that word sacrificial?
you a list, an idea of what they might be. Let's pull that up. So maybe on this random list of coins, a lot of these might not even make it, but things like Bitcoin, Wrapped Bitcoin, Ren BTC, US dollar coin, Uniswap, UNI, Link, DAI, USDT, Aave Maker, Dogecoin, Zcash. So again, you're seeing this is not only Ethereum tokens, right? This is stuff like Bcash, Zcash, Solana, DOT, AVAX. A lot of these things I don't even know what they are. Filecoin, XRP. In my opinion, it'll be the coins with the biggest communities behind them because we want to give everybody an equal opportunity to get on over to a better system. That's going to be how that sacrifice period goes, and it'll likely last for a period of a couple of weeks. Finally, after you sacrifice,
Bringing in other chains outside of Ethereum is bridging crypto, right? And that's something like to be fair, that's something that doesn't really happen. Like I'm not. Mayonnaise! Who did that? Rob Mack, thank you for the ice cream and lemon. How you doing, man? Thank you, dude. I'm not really that knowledgeable on this, but I don't know of that happening before. Ross HEX! Ross, dude! Everybody say hello to Ross HEX. We couldn't remember your handle earlier, dude. We couldn't remember it. Ross is the gentleman who dumped in $100 worth of ETH into my MetaMask for to allow me to go ahead and end those stakes. Ross, dude, we were applauding you earlier. I couldn't remember your handle. I knew it had HEX in it, but I appreciate you, man. We did what we said. We ended the stakes. Well, they ended themselves, but we it's a strange term. We didn't end the stake. The stake already ended. We closed the stake, and using your help, we then went ahead and reopened a single stake with both of those rolled over for 55555, not the extra 5, slightly less than that. So we've timed it to come out at the end of my already existing 5555 stake. So dude, yeah, man, thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. Look, this wouldn't have happened without you. This would not have happened if you hadn't done that. So I'm grateful for you for doing it. We're now learning about what Pulse Chain's going to achieve to avoid anybody else having to go through that later on, whenever this thing launches. But what did you say? You said it'd probably be similar to the adoption amplifier. The sacrificing will pay you a lot more plus than the free claims. Right. So you're sacrificing, so therefore there's going to be more value. I get you. Yo, Benon, I'll send you all my stacks on the Pulse chain. You can have the lot. all my stacks on the Pulse chain. I'm not too sure what that means. I'll send you all my stacks on the Pulse chain. Ross is the Hexican hero. There you go. You minted your Hex. That's right. We minted it. That's the term. We minted it. That is a long stake. Nice. Yeah, so I already had one, but now we added to that. I'll give Pulse a crack, only to send you all my ETH and all my wrapped Bitcoin. Dude, I mean, hells yeah, I'll live up to it. If, you know, I mean, you're going to send me everything that you get put on. I mean, why would you do that though? That doesn't make any sense. You're awesome. Please do that for Ben on Graham. Heximofo. Yeah. I mean, what'll happen, I guess, once Pulse Chain, launches, you'll get a wallet address, and I'll put the wallet address in my about section, but what exchange is going to support Pulse Chain? Good question. Not sure. Ross, I'm still not sure if or how much I will sacrifice. Could be a big opportunity, but I already did well with Hex. Right. It'll be on Uniswap and 1inch. That'll be the exchanges. Let's continue with this video. But Ross, dude, thanks again, man. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you, man. Everything decentralized that Ethereum works with, Hexy says.
Price your coins for the arbitrary X token. The reason that the X token doesn't matter is because it's going to be the conversion token for the Pulse tokens on the new chain. So when we go over to Pulse chain, all the Ethereum are going to be switched over to Pulse tokens instead. And however much X you're able to buy through this sacrifice system is going to dictate however much Pulse you can then redeem them for. So a lot of uncertainties, but that's going to be basically how it...
Isn't this intriguing, right? Isn't this intriguing? So let's just think about this logically. You've been playing the cryptocurrency stratospheric sphere for, let's just say, an arbitrary 2 years, right? You've been in crypto for 2 years. You build up a pretty nice portfolio. You've got a variety of coins. They always say you should have 80% Bitcoin and then 10% Ethereum and then 10% some shit coins, and go for that. So you've done that for 2 years. You've got a pretty nice portfolio. Everything's cruising along. Whatever the value, let's just say you got 10 grand in Ethereum sitting there. Everything's going well. This thing happens. This thing launches, and for no reason at all, you hear about it. Not because you're a Hex taker, just because you're, you know, maybe you were like, heard about that Hex Ponzi crap. No way, I'm not touching any of that shit. I'm staying here with my Bitcoin and my Ethereum and my shit coins. I'm not touching the Ponzi stuff, right? I'm just painting a picture here. So you've done that, and then you start hearing words about this Pulse chain. You're like, okay, so come again. Anything that I've got already on the Ethereum blockchain, they're gonna duplicate. So they're not touching or taking your Ethereum, your ETH. They're not touching that. They're just saying, if you happen to have some, we'll double it into the Pulse chain. And then what'll happen is, this is undoubtedly, this is the genius of it. It will then bring people over, because they'll be like, well, why wouldn't I engage in that? Because I literally didn't do anything except what I was already doing in my own crypto world, where I've got 80% Bitcoin, 20%, well, 10%. So then you've got another thing to add to it. This is Pulse chain. And suddenly you've got a doubling of all your 10 grand in Ethereum is right there as Pulse chain. And you'd be like, wow. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's such an intriguing time to be here, because even if you do nothing, you're doubling what you've already got. Even if you don't do a thing with it, you've doubled it. Far out. It's weird, right? Isn't it weird? Isn't it like try to explain that to me 6 months ago. I'll be like, huh? What are you talking about? Different chains. What? And the reason for this, because Ethereum is extremely expensive to transact on. So there's got to be a better way to do things. It's incredible. It's incredible. I'm a Ben On fan. Thank you, Graham. Thank you, man. You will be able to bridge over to exchange with everything on Ethereum, convert to a coin, an off-ramp, and go to Gemini, Coinbase, Binance. Right. And then and basically you've just got an investment of double what you've already had and you can choose to do what you will with it. I've looked into Pulse Chain, I want to believe, but what fiat off-ramp is there? I think that was just answered above. And it's interesting to figure out what ERC20 communities will adopt Pulse the most. You just use Uniswap Bridge to go to ETH or USDC and cash it out, fiat, there you go. Probably the ones that most affected by the ETH fees, right? Such as HEX, right? Uniswap Bridge? Bullshit, you think that's wrong? You're still in the HEX thing? Safe, yeah, we're just looking at the Pulse Chain now. HEX is King Ponzi. I don't think we know all the details about bridging over yet. Let's continue with this video.
Goes, and we know enough to say that there's going to be two primary ways to get Pulse. Again, one, you just do nothing, hold the coins in your wallet. Number two, you get involved in this sacrifice period when it happens.
Intriguing.
Now, your next obvious question is, well, when's it going to happen? When launch? When moon, boys? Nobody knows yet, all right? So I'll let you know when I know, or you'll probably find out from the Telegram channel. You can go to t.me/pulsechaincom, or you can go to pulsechain.com, or you can go to hex.com and click on the link on the homepage right in front of your face. Nobody knows when the launch is going to be, but if you want to keep yourself informed, you can like and subscribe to this channel, or you can find out via one of the other many social media channels. Now, Pulse is just really another network that your Metamask can connect to. So if you have another wallet, I really highly recommend just getting Metamask and using it. It's the most compatible with any network. But you see, in this screenshot right here, I've got, the Ethereum mainnet, which is what is defaulted on your chain, but you can switch it to any other of these test networks or real networks like this Matic mainnet here. And what's going to happen is essentially, I think, that Pulse Chain will just be another network that you connect to via clicking custom RPC and filling in a URL, and a couple clicks later, and boom, you're on Pulse network.
Graham says, I'll treat Pulse network tokens like testnet tokens. Really? The idea is to have instant transactions like QuickSwap, right?
So there's just going to be two versions of every coin that exist now, that exist on Ethereum. There's going to be a Pulse version and an ETH version. So it's really quite simple. I mean, it's kind of hard to imagine, right? But yes, we are literally doubling everything. That's why we're calling it, some of us are calling it the airdrop of a lifetime. So for example, if you own HEX, that happens to be my favorite coin. You can now refer to these new copies as the ETH version of HEX or the Pulse version of HEX, or maybe for abbreviation purposes, we just want to call it EHEX or PHEX. Whatever we want to call it, we just have to differentiate that there's now HEX on the old ETH network and HEX on the new Pulse network. And again, the reason for Pulse is instantaneous transactions and borderline free as well, so cheap and fast, which is pretty much...
So just on that note, as these two will coexist, when it comes time at the end of 5555, will you then have to still take the ETH HEX and pay the ETH network fee and take the Pulse HEX? You see what I'm saying? Like, if they're both going to coexist at the same time, you're still going to get that ETH fee, right? You're still going to have that Ethereum blockchain fee because that still exists. You're not... This is... I haven't thought about that, but this is kind of only really great for those new... And you'd be stupid, or you'd be neglectful, let's not say stupid, you'd be neglectful to start a new stake on the Ethereum HEX, but what about those existing ones? They will be separate, so two decisions to make. Yes, two decisions, yeah. I hadn't quite... Like, I thought this was going to be the answer for everything. We won't have to worry about Ethereum chain fees anymore with HEX, but no, you still will have to. But you can then... I guess what'll happen is when stakes unroll, when stakes mature, you might want to take the Ethereum stakes out and dump them into Pulse HEX and then stake them back in if you're thinking of restaking. Like what I did today, what I just did today, if Pulse Chain was existing, it might be better just to pay the ETH fee to end the stake and then send it from Metamask into your Pulse network and then restake it in there. Yeah. Both stakes exist, says Heximofo. ETH network will likely be ETH 2.0, which will be better fees and less traffic by then. Yeah, and don't forget, we're looking like years down the track. My next one comes out. Oh no, I got one in November. I got a November stake coming out. Graham says, "Show me a white paper so I can read about it." Yeah, does anybody have a link to any of that stuff? Because I don't have that stuff.
Solving the primary problem of Ethereum right now. Ethereum is neither cheap nor fast, so it's really not working as intended, right? So Pulse Chain fixes all this. Now, thanks for sticking around to the end, because we're going to talk about a galaxy brain secret that only the really, really smart people like you get to know, all right? How to pump your favorite coin and get Pulse tokens in the process at the same time, right? Let's say you really like a coin and you want its price to go up. You should sacrifice it. Why do I say that? You know, your next response might be, well, why would I want to sacrifice my favorite coin? Well, okay, valid question. Let's say I really like HEX. HEX is my favorite coin, but I also own some Ethereum. Well, why would I sacrifice HEX? Why wouldn't I just sacrifice Ethereum?
Ross, that's a very good point. It's hard to know what will happen to the price of HEX on each chain. It's good to have the option of both, I guess. Yeah, that's a valid point. I hadn't quite got to that myself in my head yet, but what happens to the Ethereum pulse? Does it just collapse? If Ethereum is so slow and expensive, isn't this taking away from that, where people are going to be like, well, that blockchain's lousy and therefore the value of ETH is just gone? Interesting.
Ethereum to get that token X to then convert to Pulse. Well, rather than sacrifice ETH, you can, why not just buy up the price of your favorite coin first and then convert that into token X? So with my ETH, I could sacrifice the ETH, or I could buy up the HEX price, so the HEX price on the ETH chain.
Heximofo's kind of got an answer there. He says both chains will have a use case going forward, and Pulse will help the ETH network in the interim to ETH 2.0. Right. So it's almost like a not a piggyback, but like a little set of crutches to help it along its way. Interesting.
Goes up, and then I could sacrifice that HEX into the sacrifice address and get the ability to redeem more Pulse tokens. So that way the HEX price goes up on the ETH chain and you still get your Pulse. Crazy, right? I know a lot of you probably figured that out on your own, but just in case anybody hasn't figured that out yet, that's a pro tip right there.
That is
now,
intriguing.
You might be asking, well, can't the sacrifice address just sell all the coins too? How do I know they're not just going to sell them? You don't. You're right. You're right. You have no idea. That address can do whatever they want.
I wish you the best. Peace out. No worries, Graham. Thanks, man.
Has done so far.
Take care, dude.
Hasn't sold a single coin.
Jesus.
And I personally believe that there's a much lower chance that your coin being sold to a big whale is much better off in the big whale's hands than it is in your paper hands. Okay, let's be honest. If you're not motivated by money anymore, you probably don't really care to sell a lot of these altcoins that you might be getting, right? So I think the chance is much, much lower of some big giant whale that's proven to, not have sold any previous coins before to not sell than you, okay? Because really, you were going to sell those coins anyway, weren't you, for Pulse? So why not give them to
I'll be back in 10, 15 if you're still on. Yeah, I'll be still here, Ross. Thanks, man.
Sell them. But again, you are right, and there's nothing stopping the big whale sacrifice address from dumping all these coins on your head.
Don't forget to send your Pulse tokens to Benham when it launches. Oh, look, I don't expect that from Graham, but he's... I think... I mean, I don't want to speak on his behalf, but I feel like Graham is kind of like the... He's like the... It's like the person that... Not the person, but the figure beside... Like devil and good, right? They're sitting there going, but what about this? What about this? You haven't thought about that. How about this? How about this? And it's good to have somebody or sometimes in your own head sort of saying, but don't forget the other side of the equation, dude. You got to think about this too. I don't mind that. I just sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I think, or I feel like he's addressing it at me, whereas I'm not shilling anything here. I'm trying to learn about everything, like everything possibly that we can learn about. And so that's why his questions are important. I think no question, I've always said this with the crypto streams, no questions are silly. They're all valid, right? Because nobody ever gets given the knowledge straight off the bat. You've got to learn it. So we're all trying to learn. That's, yeah. not bad to be asking questions, but keep your eyes open. Yeah, and that's the thing. Keep your eyes open. But to make a statement like I'll give you all my Pulse Chain tokens when it launches, I was like, that could be a big mistake, dude. Like, considering it's going to duplicate whatever you've got in your ERC20 tokens. I mean, I don't know what you've got. I don't even know what you've invested in, but you're going to give it to me? That wouldn't make any sense. I mean, I'd appreciate that, but why would you do that? Yeah, but yeah, that's my point anyway.
So again, no promises and no expectations. I just think the probability is much, much lower in that guy's hands. So finally, I'll leave you guys with this. There's still a lot we don't know about Pulse Chain, but it is going to be, I think, the hype event of the later half of the year.
Definitely.
So be patient. Stay calm, enjoy the bull market, and enjoy your mad gains. I mean, there's so much good going on in this world right now. There's so much awesome stuff going on in crypto. Don't fret if you don't have all the details right now. Just start thinking about how you might want to play this upcoming Pulse Chain launch. Because
how pleasant is this guy? What's this channel again? This dude's rad. What's the channel called? Crypto Coffee. I think he presents very, very well. I like that guy. I like his demeanor. Quantum, how you doing, man? Quantum Lotus, because he's not greedy and probably has enough. I mean, that's another point too. By the way, this cheers is for you to say good day. That's another point. Everybody's situation is vastly different. Just yesterday, Ross HEX came in and dropped $100 of ETH into my Metamask so I could afford to transact on my HEX stace. Now, to me, that's a massive deal because I don't have that money. How do we know Ross HEX hasn't got loads of... Well, we don't know. That's what I'm like... You're right. You're dead right, Quantum. Everybody's situation is different. Fair. I guess I hadn't really thought about that so closely. Well, that does conclude that portion of the stream, I guess, unless anybody has anything additional to add about HEX and about Pulse Chain. I think where we're at right now is super early. The concept is laid out there. Richard Hart did a stream, went for 7 or 8 hours. It's a very interesting stream. I just want to speak a little about that, just on 2 points. The first point that as an Australian, I was a little cringe. I was cringing. So Richard had a panel of women, and I think it was like, oh, okay, we'll let the ladies have a turn right now. Usually he streams with men, blah, 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 or mixed, but he was like, this is just going to be the ladies, which is nothing, like, that's cool, nothing wrong with that. And it seemed like most of the women were Australian. Like, out of the 7 or 8, there must have been 5 or 6 that were all Aussies. And the woman who was sort of hosting that side of it, that part of the panel, she just had like first of all, she was drinking, so it might have got worse as it went along, but she had this fixation about Richard and about praising him. And like, that's fine at the beginning of an interview. Oh, I'm a big fan, like, I appreciate all the things you've done, and we know you've been getting a hard time, so we want to say on behalf of all of us ladies, we got your back. We like what you're doing. That's cool. And then get into the meat of the interview. But unfortunately, she just kept coming back to this smoking of Richard Hart, like just a complete... And it was embarrassing as an Australian because she was real... As she drank more, she got more... Like, it was just like, man, we get it. You like the guy. He gets it. Right? You've told him already. It must have been difficult, well, not difficult, but awkward for him to be like, again, all right, can't we just get back to the guts of this conversation? Do we have to keep going on about? Because she just kept, like, he'd get going into like something completely above my head, and then she would say something like, I fucking heard you've been copping a bad one, Richard, and we want to let you know that we support you here. You've already said that, and all I'm saying is, that's fine, but don't harp on about it. Don't make that the thing. But then again, she was boozing, and it probably didn't. That might have been a bad addition to the mix. One thing that was very intriguing was it moved into a discussion about womanizing and like single life and how many relationships he has and blah blah blah. This shouldn't affect the way you think about a project or a coin, but it did for me, and it actually made me more interested in the guy and more interested in his take on not just this crypto thing, but also his take on life. So for all the stuff I just said about going on about blah 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 and boozing up and smoking the guy, when she did get into this question about wives and how come you're not married and all that, I actually found that very intriguing, and I paid attention to that because it was like a little extra bit, I suppose, like a little bit more of a personality to find out, and then you can get back in. And they got back into the guts of the conversation. I think, is her name Sammy Chica? I've never seen her before. I've never seen this kind of discussion with women before. I think she has a crush on Richard, you called it. Nothing wrong with having a crush on someone, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But if you've got a limited amount of time, and I understand 7 hours is sort of a standard for Richard Hart to do a stream, so he's given you time, he's got this amazing new thing, and just focus on that that's how I would have dealt with that. And just because she's Aussie, it was like, oh man, we're not all like that. Like yeah, it's just a little bit cringeworthy, but the content was good. So with that said, I do want to move in and quickly check my bankroll divs. So this is something we do every week here on the crypto stream. Now we're going to do it in Brave browser. Again, a little tip: if you're not using it, you might as well use the Brave browser, folks. This is it here. The Brave browser is a browser which pays you in crypto to use a browser. Now, look, I don't know anybody that uses the internet that doesn't use a browser. Well, maybe some gamers, but you're going to need a browser, right? You might as well use one that pays you. This one pays you in basic attention token. It's not a huge amount, but dude, $7 there for doing nothing. How about this? You're earning basic attention token for surfing the internet as you would normally do. And then what happens when the Pulse chain launches and you can sacrifice coin? Maybe you can sacrifice your BAT. I don't know if you'll be able to, but you might be able to. But either way, folks, use it. Don't lose it. So what we're going to do, we're going to sign into Tronlink. I'm already signed in there. So this is my Tronlink account, my Tronlink wallet. Now, if we go up here to bankroll.network, we got divs that we roll over every week. So I've got investments in Flow and Stronghold and Stockpile. Safe's here. Safe. G'day, Safe. How you doing, man? Yes. So Safe, well, I know you might be hanging to get out of here and do something else. Let me just check my Flow, because Safe. So this one here, Flow, Safe suggested. I've been using Stronghold and Stockpile for quite a while now, but Flow suggested we get on. Did I say Flow? Stronghold and Stockpile, but Safe suggested we get in on use Flow. Now, to get in on Flow, you have to have a buddy system. So I buddied up with Safe, but if we click into here, I don't actually know what that means. I don't know what anything here means, to be completely frank. But I know I'm a buddy with Safe. So Safe, walk me through what this actually is and what it does. Quantum, I missed the opportunity of getting Bitcoin back in the day. I need to improve my financial situation. There you go. Right. I think we could all say something similar to that. I laughed at it when I first heard of Bitcoin in 2013. So what do we see here, Safe? We see an available balance of Banker X of 171, deposits of 617 Banker X. I got 0 rewards, max payout of that. My team is 0 of 0. I don't really know what I'm looking at, to be completely honest with you. Safe skis. Flow Riders. Get a buddy. I've already got one. This is it here. This is Safe's buddy wallet address. Last check-in a month ago? You're my buddy and you checked in last time a month ago? Crikey. Flow ski. Safe ski. What's going on, ski? Flow ski, Safe ski. I don't know. I look. I'm just sitting here because I don't know what this does. I don't know how this works. I have 2 wallets. Safe ski. That's why you're not here for a month ago. So what do I do here, dude? How does this work? Tell me about it, man. Tell me about what this is. Is there anything I should be doing here? Should I be rolling over? As much as these tech companies are making of your searches, might as well get some crypto from it. Exactly. And to that matter, if you're using the Brave browser, I'll open up a secondary tab here. You might as well use the pre-search engine, which is what I've got default searched in. I've installed the extension. So now when I search for something, let's just search for Huntsman spiders, because we did have one on my stream on the weekend. That comes up with the pre-search search engine. And as you see up here, I've got 15.84 pre. This is another currency that I'm earning just literally by using a search engine. It's called pre-search. This is it here. But anyway, that's a side subject. Safe. So basically, if anyone is interested in Flow, you give them your address to be buddied up. So basically, Ross, I need to switch to Brave. I have a ton of BAT. There you go. You got some BAT. Get it out there. So, Safe, is there anything I should be doing on the weekly here? Because we're gonna come in. We're gonna go into here. I'll do it while you start telling me what. But we're gonna go into Stronghold, and weekly we roll over our divs. Now this is the divs here. It's just gonna refresh in a second. So this week. Oh, sorry. Safe says you are buddied with me, and anyone who is buddied with you, and whenever I do an airdrop, you and your buddies get the divs. Ah, so there's none there now. Let's go back to Flow. So there's none there now for me. Right. Available, rewarded, max payout. So there's nothing. There's no divs for me to roll over yet. Is there? Am I seeing that incorrectly? There's nothing for me to do here, is there? I mean, I know the divs. I mean, you can check your deposits. Okay, these are my deposits here. These are my deposits here. 617. They're the same as. Get a buddy. The airdrops that I do is going to directly deposits. You can only buddy with one person. Is that right? So there's nothing for me to do here at this particular juncture. So in that sense, we'll go across to Stronghold. And I know that there are divs here. So this is Stronghold. Now, usually it's, so yeah, 21. So it's basically it's basically like I'm rolling your own divs. Okay. So there's nothing for me to do then. So I haven't missed anything. I haven't missed a thing. I just don't need to do anything. So here though, I can roll these divs over. So you can see it's been rolled over 14 times, and the total rolled is 5K in TRX. So if we roll this over now, I've got it set to whitelist, so that's already done. So the divs have now rolled over. My total stronghold is now 9,186. You're welcome, and use Gibbs wallet link to buddy up with him. Yeah, if you want it. So if you want to buddy up with me as well, so let's go back to Flowski. So my wallet address is here. Get a buddy, current buddy. My wallet is it's in my TRX wallet, isn't it? My Tronlink. No, it's not. TTZ. Where's my... Where do I find my wallet link to address? No, it's in my about section. Of course, it's in my about section. We can use a VPN with this. Of course, Quantum. I don't use one, but you can. You don't need a VPN, depending on where you are in the world though, right? Surely. So that's Flow. This is Stronghold. Thank you, Safe. Thank you, man. That was Stronghold. Thank you for putting that in the chat. Gibbs wallet. Thank you, man. I stumbled to find that. I mean, it's just up here, but I just didn't... Did that? This layout's changed again? Yeah, there it is there. My receive address. Cool, cool, cool. That's in my about section as well. But let's go down to strong stockpile. This one here isn't as big a div. You may roll on your divs at flow. You may roll on your divs. I didn't see any divs there though. Let me roll these divs. Not many here, but let's roll it anyway. So that's done. But I didn't see any divs here. Let me go back to flow. Is this kind of like Cream Compound Finance? Yeah, Ross, pretty much. This one, this is flow. I don't see the divs here. I see available. So if I hit roll here, what's it rolling? Is it rolling these available is the ones I see. These are the available divs, essentially. And that'll add to my deposit. Is that right? Is that right, Safe? If I hit roll here, that's the available balance, right? So I've earned in the last 3 weeks 16 Banker X, which is about $16 US. So if I roll that, it'll add it to my deposits. So let's do that. So that's going to add to 617. There you go, 789. Bam, there you go. Okay, so I was a little confused just by the terminology there, available and not divs. Yeah, okay. Okay, nicely done, nicely done. So that's our bankroll network for the week. Now, of course, doing that would obviously have wiped me out of my energy. Yeah, look, energy is down to nothing or 10, and I would have burned a little TRX doing that. But that's okay. We don't have a lot stored in the frozen to keep my energy too high, but that's okay. We just burn a little TRX. But folks, what I want to do here, I do want to come in. We're going to take a small break. We're going to learn about metal, the easiest way to buy, sell, and trade crypto. We're going to do that after this break. I've got to go and get some water, take a slash. When we come back, we're getting into metal, but to get us to water and me going to the bathroom, on the screen there are 17 bands. These bands all relate back to me. I'd like you guys to choose what you want to hear from on this list, and when we get a consensus of at least 2 people choosing the same band, we'll go ahead and play that one. Number 1 is Tracer. Number 2 is Black Aces. Number 3 is Ween. Number 4 is the Shiny Brights. Number 5, Peter Bibby. Number 6, Burn Collect. Number 7, Tracer Acoustic in Bonn, Germany live. Number 8, Triggerfinger. Number 9, Dappled Cities. Number 10, Tracer Electric in the Basque Country live. Number 11, the Delta Saints. Number 12, King of the North. Number 13, Everyday Circus. Number 14, Tommy Rutland. Number 15, Gilgamesh. Number 16, Tracer in Nottingham, the UK. And number 17 is Loot. Safe says 2, which is Black Aces. I like the choice last night. Never heard of any of these bands before. Okay, well, Ross, I can't recall what that was. I can't recall what that band was. Do you want to make another choice now? Quantum Lotus, what would you like to hear from that list? Quantum? The acoustic looks interesting. So number 7, acoustic in Germany, that's Tracer. Quantum, I'm going to ask Siri as well. Siri, hey Siri, random number between 1 and 17. She said 7. No crap. Siri said 7, folks. We're going to hear from Tracer acoustically in Germany, in Bonn. When we come back from this, we're going to learn about metal. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Slightly Random Daily Song! You see this t-shirt here? Mr. Music. This is a record store in Bonn, in Germany. Now, how will I tie this to music? Very simply. Why do you think I have a t-shirt from a record store in Germany? Well, this goes back to Tracer days, touring Germany. Tracer did an acoustic set at this record store in Bonn called Mr. Music. Did I mention this is the shirt? And they gave us all shirts. I kept mine. I don't know if the band kept theirs. I always keep this kind of stuff. I don't know why. Record store was how you'd imagine. It's a record store. Mr. Music. So the band did an acoustic set to about 10 different people. Very small crowd there. I'm digging out the footage from this set, and I've got a very, I mean, possibly the only time you'll see this track done acoustically will be right here, right now. I mean, I could be wrong, but the track is, and don't forget, this was when Lee was in the band, so this is 2011. This goes way back in 2011. Lee Brown is still in the band. The track that I've got here is Louder Than This, which is not one you'd expect acoustically. I got the vision from that, so I want to play that for you and see what you think of that. So enjoy Tracer 2011 Spaces in Between tour acoustic set at Mr. Music in Bonn in Germany with Louder Than This.
It's just kind of cool. It's like a jam in your living room. Alright. Is it yours? Should be interesting. Okay, this one's called Louder Than This. Sing along if you know the words.
Yeah, what do you say? What do you think? What do you know? How about that? Acoustic, that song, Lee's vocal is just... And you just don't picture that being something that could translate acoustically, but holy moly, it did translate right there. Only, well, it translated for those few people that were lucky enough to see it. I've never seen the version that Mr. Music filmed. If anybody could find that, put a link down below in the comments, that'd be great. But I hope you enjoyed that one from the archives. Now, while I sit down and listen to the rest of the acoustic set from Tracer in Mr. Music in Bonn, 2011, acoustic style, you guys can go back to the live stream.
Oh, shite. You're back, aren't you? Crikey. Tracer, acoustic in Bonn, Germany. Very cool stuff. I do miss those days. Do miss the time, but it is the thing. We've been there. What are we doing here? We're going to go and have a look at metal, folks. In the chat before we do that, big crowd gives. You really do have a good production value. Cool beach. Thanks, man. I like to, you know, you got streaming for 3 hours. You're going to have to go to the bathroom. I'd like to go and refresh my beverage, and I'm not just going to put up a be right back scene. I want to leave you with something. So I do something, you know, tell a story, I suppose, and give you the option to learn about a band. But this is why I miss record shots. We don't have many in the US. Really? Okay. Folks, let's move in and learn about metal. This is the easiest way to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Now, this was a user request or a giver request. Great idea. I like it. Good production. Thank you. Thank you, Ross. Thank you, Quantum. I don't know what this is, so let's learn about it. It's an app. So she's sending some cash. Okay. Metal does it. Earn, send, and use. Use Metal to pay. Use Metal Pay to buy metal and other cryptocurrencies to use in real life. We'll pay you for paying. Send money, earn money. It's that easy. So you actually earn money by using it. DLive, hello. Gives, your channel is being featured on the DLive homepage. Thank you, DLive. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Thank you. The carousel, the wheel. I'm on the wheel. Let me just have a look at the wheel, folks. I'm on the wheel here. Let me just show you the wheel. This is the wheel. Look at that hideous head. Yes, there it is, the wheel. Thank you, DLive, for the wheel, love. Appreciate you. And how you doing, Screamer? Good to see you. Does Metal allow you to buy with prepaid credit cards? Good question. We'll find out. Metal Pay is the best way to send money. Paying your friends is fun and wow, instant. Thank you, Hexymofo. Good thing it's not the wheel of death, right? We call it the wheel. People often call it the carousel. That's what it's known as, but somebody in the chat was saying I call it the wheel because it's easy to say. Sending money costs nothing. Pay anyone, anytime for free. Wow. Make money better. We completely rethought the payment experience by making it simple, fun, free, and rewarding. So he wants to pay A.O. Jackson. Pay. Okay. Pay people how you want through Metal Pay. Pay instantly using your cash balance, linked bank account, or by sending crypto. Get paid when you pay. You earn crypto in the form of Metal, our native currency, and soon you'll be able to earn many more currencies. Wow. What can I do with Metal? Metal is made for everyday use, so cash it out at your bank, pay someone with it, or save it and watch it grow. Discover and learn about trends in crypto. Through the marketplace, you can buy and sell over 40 currencies directly from your FDIC-issued bank cash balance in our partner bank. See where we're available. We're currently available in these states with the rest to follow soon. Check back to find, so this is only an American thing. Ready to download your new favorite digital bank app? There you go. So let's have a look at some YouTube videos about this. Metal Pay, Money Improved. This went live August 27, 2019. Let's take a look at this.
Hey guys, what's going on today? Welcome back to CoinGallant, your source for cryptocurrency news, education, and other fun stuff. Today we're going to be talking about the Metal application available for iOS. Now, before we get into that, I want to give a couple gentlemen a shout out. The first one is Marshall Hayner. Now, Marshall is the founder and CEO of MetalPay, so he's the one that started this company, and so definitely give him a follow at Marshall Hayner. And then I want to give a shout out to Eric Finman. Eric is also heavily involved in this project, and he is the youngest Bitcoin millionaire. And in fact, he put a ton of his Bitcoin into this project.
So it's like Venmo with crypto as an option.
And so I just want to give it.
I guess that's what we're looking at here. Venmo with crypto as an option, kind of like Cash App with a pay you crypto, but they pay you in crypto to use it. That's compelling.
A shout out to him.
Or
I
interesting.
love his regular videos that he comes out with to update the community on what's happening with this application. So definitely give Eric Finman a follow on Twitter, and also Marshall Hayner a follow on Twitter as well. So go ahead and do that right after this video. But here, we're on metalpay.com. Like I said, you can download it to your iOS device. If you guys are familiar with Venmo, if you're familiar with PayPal, then you will have an absolutely
Ross called it.
easy and fun experience using Metal.
Wow!
Make
Benny,
money
how you
better
doing,
by
man?
using crypto.
Thank you for the ice cream and
So
lemons,
a lot
man.
of you that are watching this video
How you doing,
right
Benny?
now are probably already using crypto, and this app just makes it so much easier to use.
Ross, I just pulled up the Metal chart. It's been around for a while. Never heard of it until today. Well, me either, man. Me either. And this was a request. Like one of the givers said, "Man, you should learn about MetalPay." From that little intro spiel that we looked at on the website, does it mean that it's that map of America and the territories and the states that it's usable in? Does that mean I could use it in Australia, but I couldn't go to a bank and withdraw from it? I think. How you doing, Benny? Welcome to the crypto stream, dude. Good to see you, man.
So as you can see, this is Metal in action. It allows you to choose from cash or crypto. So it doesn't have to be one or the other. You can use both in this app. So
That's
it makes
cool.
it really easy. And the cool thing about it is that you get rewarded for using it. So unlike Venmo, you don't really get rewarded for using their application. Well, with Metal, you do. You get a kickback in terms of MTL, Metal. So that is their coin that was recently listed on Binance. So that's really exciting. And basically, you get paid for sending money.
Whoa.
It says,
Comtech.
"We'll
Gives, when you get a chance to look in your wallet, a new token, another token, Comtech. I will do that after this, man. Thank
pay
you.
you for paying." MetalPay is the best way to send money. Paying your friends is fun and instant, and it's absolutely free. So that's really exciting. They're making money better. They're making it simple, fun, free, and rewarding.
Completely
So
free.
as you can see, this application, the user interface is beautiful. It's very easy to navigate. Again, if you have used Venmo in the past, you're going to have an even easier time using this application.
It does look
right
clean,
here,
doesn't
pay
it?
instantly using your cash balance, linked bank account, or by sending cryptocurrency. Very cool stuff. Get paid when you pay. You'll earn crypto in the form of Metal, our native currency, and soon you'll be able to earn many more currencies as well. So right now it's just Metal that you're earning in, but you'll also be able to earn in other cryptos coming up here in the near future. So it just talks about what you can do with MTL. You know, you can cash it out to your bank, you can pay someone, or save it and watch it grow. So I get really excited when I talk about this, guys, because this is one of the most exciting advancements that.
Isn't this intriguing for like business? Like imagine your payroll was using MetalPay and the business was earning Metal and then giving, bonuses to staff members has a little bit of extra Metal in your PayPal in your account. I mean, I don't have to pay people. I don't have staff. But it's intriguing to know this exists.
I've seen ever since I got started in crypto back in 2017, and I'm really thankful that the team decided to put this out and put their heart and soul into developing this application. Through the marketplace, you can buy and sell.
Can they add a stake feature?
Cryptocurrencies directly from
Metal,
your FDIC
Hexy.
insured cash balance.
I mean, a staking feature would incentivize you to use it and then stake your metal into it. Sure.
Really cool. So this company is fully compliant, so you don't have to worry about any regulation issues. They are fully compliant. They are set up for success. They have an amazing leadership team. They have an amazing design team, a great user interface. They're poised in the marketplace at a perfect time, perfect position to just skyrocket their success. So I'm extremely excited to be talking about this application. So there's usually a map here that tells where they're available. Here it is right here. So they're available in most states right now, as you can see, including Alaska. So some of them we're still waiting on. So definitely check back to see if your state, if you're in one of these missing states, stay tuned because there's a lot more development coming. And basically, yeah, go and download it now, guys. So I just wanted to give you a little overview and just explain, what this application is. And let me show you the team as well. Let me go into their About page and show you who exactly is, behind the scenes running this thing, because it's important to know the team. It's important to know the people who are actually making this thing work. So Jennifer is in charge of the general counsel, Laura, senior counsel, commercial and product. Virgil.
Ross HEX, so many things like this pop up. It'll be interesting if one ever really takes off and competes with the big ones like Venmo and Cash and PayPal. On that note, I noted that this video came out, what was it, August last year? Yeah, August or 2 years ago, and that map hadn't changed. We looked at the website just now, and that map was still the same. So, and given what you've said about the chart as well, the chart doesn't seem to have done much. So is this a brilliant concept that just couldn't quite get off the ground and compete? It looks like it.
Is the director of operations for the company. Alex is the director of compliance. Nikki, senior BSA, AML analyst. So the list goes on and on. Thomas, customer success. Ephraim, sorry if I mispronounced your name, director of product. Sky, iOS engineer. Carson, lead backend engineer. Jeff, senior backend engineer. Travis, senior Android engineer. Stephanie, marketing lead. Daniel, creative director. Of course, I talked about Eric Finman, and I talked about Marshall Hayner as well. Glenn is the CTO. So, guys, we have an amazing team. They're very transparent.
I remember a bunch of these great
that
concepts.
Was part of their mission right here.
With no follow through in crypto. Yeah, I mean, I think this idea is obviously a solid idea, right? We need this. Send free payments to anybody and get incentivized to do so. That's a brilliant concept. But do you, like I suggested, imagine a business using this for their payroll. That's a huge change to the existing infrastructure and the existing way of doing things. It's a better way, no doubt, but it's a big change, and people are often pretty reluctant to make change. So unfortunately, it looks like this thing might be dead in the water.
Let me just read you their mission real quick. They say the world revolves around money, but what does money revolve around? We say it revolves around people, that our desires and experiences determine its value. Money is not the means to an end, it's the means to a beginning. We believe in a better world where money works for us and we don't work for money. Where we work for beliefs, causes, and people. That's what we do at Metal. Let's change the way the world views money. It's time for a better world. It's time for Metal.
That's intriguing.
Phenomenal mission that they have available, guys, that they're living by at this company. So extremely exciting times to have a company like this that's very transparent and that just shares exactly what they're doing, has an amazing team behind the project. So, guys.
Hexy, it seems every time a bear market comes, everything gets shelved until the next bull cycle. Right. But then, mind you, how long has it been bear market for? Because this goes back to 2019.
Definitely check out MetalPay. Download it from their website or go to the App Store and download it directly from that store. And I can't wait to hear what your thoughts are. If you're already using this application, great.
It's a strange name,
if
too,
you haven't
Metal.
used it yet, go ahead and download it, try it out, and let me know down below in the comments what you think about it. So again, thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I can't wait to see.
I always take 2 videos here. We do have a second one about this same subject, MetalPay. So metal paid metal token to $15. So this is more current. I always try to do this where we get like an overview and then like a more up to speed, more up to date look at the subject. So this guy put this video out not long ago. Zuxki! Hey Zuxki with a diamond, an ice cream, and a lemon. Now that's the often known as the triple threat. Oh crikey, and a sub too. Crikey, Zuxki, the triple freaking give, the ice cream, the diamond, the lemon. We don't call it a triple threat, we call it a triple give here on the Gives a Minute D live stream. Cheers.
Cheeses. Bees, is, cheese, is, needs, me's, is, leaves, is, keys, mean, things, is, wins, teas, leaves, me's, these, bees, mean, minds, water veins.
Thank you, Zuxki, and thank you for the 13-month sub streak. Crikey. 13 months you've been subbed to me for, dude? That's really kind, man. Appreciate you, dude. Have a good one. I hope you're having a good one too, Zuxki. We're buried deep, deep, deep into cryptocurrency, getting our head schmozzled and head gnozzled. I'm actually I normally stream for 3 hours. Where are we now? Yeah, we're getting near the end. I can feel it. I can feel my head just being like, dude, so much information, so much going on. I love it though. I do. It reminds me of school days, these streams. I feel like I'm coming out of a double history lesson or something where I've been like, whoa, I need to go and lay down, hey, or I need to go out and kick a ball or something. So let's get back over here because we're going to learn a little about metal from this guy more recently. Now it went, what, the coin went to $15? Is that what we're hearing? $15? Let's see.
What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. My name is Radis, and if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing because I post a lot of videos about cryptos as well as stocks, and recently I've been absolutely going crazy with a bunch of meme coins and altcoins. And yeah, guys, I've covered a lot of coins early and a lot of coins just before they've taken off, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, before we do get started, I do want to say if you are interested in getting my crypto and stock market callouts, if you want my buy and sell alerts, click the first link in the description and you can get involved in that and make some money with me. Now, let's talk about metal, okay? MTL, I was about to say ticker symbol, but yeah, I guess ticker symbol MTL. This is something that is up, as you guys can see, 200%. And we're going to get into what exactly this is and what I think about it, as well as my price predictions. Now, just looking at the charts here, guys, we can see, you know,
oh, wow.
In 2018...
That's a strange looking chart. Can you guys can't, oh, hopefully it goes up higher.
This climbed up. It hit a peak of what, almost like $13.60. And if we even look at the past 3 months over here, we can see, guys, this was at 40 cents and it just popped off. If we look at the 1 month chart, again, this is going to be scary, guys. Again, $1.30, 40 cents. And then if we look at the past 7 days, guys, we can see this has just gone parabolic.
What from everybody's knowledge of crypto, and now that you know a little about what this metal pay does, its use case, what would cause that chart to initially be pretty good? You know, like a pretty decent, when we zoomed all the way out, it was a pretty decent up and down at the beginning, and then there was just a massive drop with nothing for a long while, and then all of a sudden, after a year or so, it spikes again. What would you suggest would be the reason for the initial good growth? Is like, well, this thing's just launched and everybody needs it, everybody wants it, everybody knows that it's good, so everything's cool, right? Everything's going along. Then it sort of drops off a little, then it flatlines down at nothing. So what happened at that point? Did they go, you know, PayPal's now using crypto, so we lost our share of this? Is that fair? Like a pump and dump, but then I understand a pump and dump, or I understand the basic concept of a pump and dump, but how does it play out? Like, to go, I mean, we probably should bring the chart up, but to go on from there, a long of just steadily nothing, and obviously they're still using the product, people are still using metal, so there's been no, like, the pump, the dump, the pump, the dump, the little pumps, the small dumps, and then the complete flat line, hey, we're not even touching this thing, and then it just doesn't do anything, and then all of a sudden, bam, back up again. Yeah, FOMO in no support, then pump and dump a moment. And now what though, Hexy? What now with this? Like when you look at that, weird, isn't it? Mind you, that's a narrow time frame that we're looking at, but
This has gone nuts. Okay, so let's talk about what exactly this is. So if you guys can see, Metal, MTL, is the native currency of metal products, and it's an essential part of the metal ecosystem. Now we'll talk a bit more about that later. So pretty much Metal Pay users pay substantial less fees when buying other crypto.
Metal Pay users pay substantially less fees when buying other cryptocurrencies if they also hold Metal with 0% fees. Okay.
Cryptocurrencies if they also hold MTL with 0% fees offered to anyone who holds 10,000 MTL. So it kind of reminds me of like the Crow token, which again is very like something I'm very bullish on. And
gotta hold 10,000 of them to get no fees. Well, that wasn't on their front page, was it now? What date was the spike? It was March, I think. I thought I saw March, the end of March. Yeah, they didn't mention that. No percent fees. Only if you hold 10,000 of our token.
Really, yeah,
Got him.
Let's go over the actual Metal website. Okay, so
Got him.
What they have is the easiest way to buy, sell, and trade crypto. So they're pretty much, you can use it to buy crypto, and not only that, earn, send, use. Use Metal Pay to buy MTL and other cryptocurrencies to use in real life. Will pay you for paying. So send money and earn money. It's that easy.
It's like Crow. I'm not sure what that one is. Heximofo. CRO.
Is also a way to send money. So you can pay your friends, and apparently it's fun and instant. Okay. Sending money costs nothing. Pay anyone.
Paying your friends is fun and instant. I don't know if I'd put the word fun in there. Maybe change fun for instant and change instant to rewarding. But fun? I don't know about fun, folks. Like how much fun are you having paying your friends? March 29, Ross HEX. So what's the date now? March, April. So yeah, there's been a big spike in March, late March.
Anytime for free. Now, usually when people say it's free, there is usually always some sort of fee associated. Usually it's a fee that brokerages take on like spread, so they'll account for that. Maybe it's like a deposit fee, a withdrawal fee. There usually is some type of fee or some way that they make that.
Hexy says the BitPay card uses CRO token. You have to hold it for low or zero fees, right? Like I'm not adverse to that idea. Don't get me wrong. I think that's a fair transaction, right? Fair deal. If you want to use our service and not have any fees, you're gonna have to hold our token. I get that, but it would have been nice for them to say that at the start. They didn't really include that, and that's a big thing, right? So, and by the way, when you start using it, where do you get metal from? Only by using it, or if you go and buy metal. That could explain the pumps and dumps. Did you get the uni airdrop last year, Gives? Ross, I've only been involved in crypto since, what is it? We're now April. I guess since the beginning of this year, maybe February this year? Pretty much. No. When, oh, I know. When was the big payday for HEX? So I only got involved in crypto, really deeply involved, about a week before big payday, whenever that was. Not a week, 2 weeks. 2 weeks before big payday was when I did my first ever cryptocurrency stream. So no, I didn't get that. November last year. So no, I've been involved in crypto since November last year. And I'm loving it. I wish I did this November the year before or the year before that. I wish I'd been involved in this. So just a side note, I've been involved in crypto since I came to DLive and started live streaming, which was April 2019, but I never really cared about it. All I was concerned with at that point was that there's a live streaming platform and it pays me and it pays my audience, which I thought was just the most brilliant thing ever. Because you do a stream on YouTube or you put content on YouTube, your community gets nothing from that. I mean, arguably they get the entertainment value, they get the learn whatever if I was doing a video about how glass is made, then you learn the education about the glass, but you get nothing else. And then this site, DLive, popped up and I saw a video from PewDiePie saying, your community earns a reward just by watching your content. I was like, what? They earn from watching me and I earn by creating it? That's ridiculous. Get me on it. I earn what? A Lino? Oh, what the hell's Lino? I don't know. I didn't care, actually, to be honest. I didn't care what it was. I just knew that if I was earning it and my audience was earning it, it's a better transaction than anything on YouTube. So I came out here swinging, and I was promoting DLive and really, really going for it. Like, I was trying to bring all my YouTube audience over. Come on over to DLive, you know? And then I thought, you know what? Who cares? If they don't want to come over, they'll miss out. I'm going to be live every day on DLive because I want to build something. And long story short, when Lino failed, it was a bit depressing because we were building this testnet cryptocurrency and then it all failed. And then BitTorrent came to the rescue and blah, 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 blah. I managed to make a pretty solid, well, I'd been staking in the whole time, so I managed to unstake and take out, and I came away very, 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 very lucky with a BTT rise. Very lucky, actually. And that got me into, hey man, now all of a sudden, this sort of thing that I was earning on DLive is worth 30 grand. You serious? What am I going to do with that? Well, this could be the best chance to get in on Bitcoin, right? I never had 30 grand to kick around before. Might as well use it wisely and get in on some Bitcoin. And then I look at other cryptocurrencies and bam, here we are. May 2021, and I'm damn impressed with this ride. I'm really happy with my portfolio. It's like I said earlier, it's about 80% Bitcoin, 10% Ethereum, and 10%, I won't call them shitcoins, altcoins. So no, I missed the Uni airdrop last year. The Uni airdrop was a few months before that. I got it because of HEX. It was the reason I used Uniswap. There you go. DLive is more fun. I wish the Hexicans came back. I asked that question the other week, and I think, Ross, I think you answered it. I understand why they've left. They're onboarding more crew in a site that's got bigger reach. That makes total sense. Most Hexicans are doing Twitch, YouTube, and Theta. See, I asked for a Theta stream key, and they declined. Or they didn't decline, they just never responded. BTT really jumped. That is great. Yeah, the first time BTT pumped, I was like, well, I thought, so I had BTT in DLive because of my staking and because of earning Lino from 2019, converting it to BTT. And when I looked at that, I was going to be worth about 11 grand. And there was, you know, the situation. There was the Capitol building and all that stuff that went down, Baked Alaska and Nick Fuentes, all the stuff happened. And it was like, dude, you're not going to earn nearly anything on your BTT stake anymore because they've, you know, DLive has never and will never take a cut out of your earnings. Will that change? They decided to take a cut, and then they lowered your earnings, and they got rid of all the big creators on the platform. All the dudes that were making heaps of donations, of which I was earning because I was a stakeholder. So I'd earn percentage on whatever Nick Fuentes earned. So when he was doing a 5-minute stream and getting 20,000 lemon, I was earning off that. And DLive removed him. And so I decided, man, maybe it's the time to unstake the BTT and see if I could invest it elsewhere. And this is matter of fact coincidental, but the moment I did that, there's a 2-week wait between when you can access it and once you've started the unstake process. And that was the same week that Elon Musk bought 1.5 billion in Bitcoin. And so the whole market just went straight upwards and bringing BTT up with it. So what was valued at 11 grand became 34 grand. And I was like, well, hello investment, right? I mean, I didn't go and get hookers and cocaine. I went Bitcoin. Let's start a profile. Let's start something that I should have started years ago. And now I've been almost given like a set of keys saying, dude, this is the only chance you're going to get 30 grand to mess around with. Don't mess this up. Do something smart with it. And that's why I thought this is the chance to really tackle this cryptocurrency thing and learn about it. A lot of Hexicans were not happy with the way they treated some streamers here on DLive. I think that was also part of them leaving. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Hi Rez in the house. G'day, Hi Rez. How you doing? I love crypto. Me too, man. Me too. Doge is crazy right now. Right. I'm deep in Dogecoin, Hi Rez. I'm deep in Dogecoin. It's literally insane. Last we saw 66 cents, right? Buy and hold. That's the way. That's Dude, that's what I was. Man, we got to do a little side spiral there. We're a little historical side trip. Let's continue learning about metal, even though I'm not that intrigued by it after seeing the chart. I'm intrigued by the chart more than the actual concept of metal pay.
I'm not 100% sure how metal does it, but there probably is something. And if there isn't actually, you know, hey, if someone from metal is watching this, please do leave a comment down below and reach out to the boy. Let's talk. Now, make money better. We've completely rethought the payment experience by making it simple, fun, free, and rewarding. So again, this is pretty cool because remember guys, you're getting paid every time you use this app from my understanding. Now pay people how you want through Metal Pay. Pay instantly using your cash balance, linked bank account, or by sending cryptocurrency. So obviously guys, the whole point is people want, like Metal wants this to be something that people use in their everyday lives. You know, there's a lot of cryptos out there that it's like, okay, cool, like you have the crypto, but like you can't really do much with it other than just hold. As opposed to this, like, okay, like this is something that really has an ecosystem, and it's not like, guys, this isn't like a meme coin or like, you know, one of those type of coins. It just actually has usability. There's actually utility for this. And you get paid when you pay. You'll earn crypto in the form of metal, our native currency, and soon you'll be able to earn many more currencies. Again, this is very cool. What can I do with MTL?
You're enjoying your you're enjoying your Doge ride right now. Is it? Yeah. What? Let me know. What 66 or is it above? Did Elon tweet or something? Is it gone up again? What we saw 66 before.
It out to your bank, pay someone with it, or save it and watch it grow. Again, very, very cool, guys. Because remember, like the whole point of crypto is so people can actually start to use it. And you know, there's a lot of projects out there that, again, people are kind of speculating, saying, yeah, when this becomes a thing, when this becomes used, da 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 da. And I'm not gonna lie, even some of my altcoin picks, they don't really have usability yet, but it's that potential usability that I'm very bullish on. For Metal, they already have a project, they already have something that works, which is again very, very cool. Discover and learn about trends in crypto.
Ross, Gibbs would be a
marketplace.
Oh, cracky. Gibbs would be a cool guy for RG3 to have on Discourse Syndicate. See, I got a lot of respect for the guy. I like his stuff. There is one issue I had, which I'm sure we could discuss and kind of come around. I'll Really? I know what happens at... Hang on. Oh, no. No. Shit. Okay, so is that better now? Is that better now? Sorry, man. Damn it. I think we're better now. Are we okay now? Are we okay now? That sucks that happened. Yeah. When that happens, we need a helicopter sticker. We need a big helicopter so I know it's a helicopter, because I saw the chat moving out of the corner of my eye, but I was like, I got this thing I got to deliver. I was going to deliver it. Then I'll chat later. But sometimes, I don't know why, sometimes it happens when we go off a scene and come back. What part did you get up to? I mean, I don't even know where I got to. Hexy Mofo got it right. So, but basically, I wanted to tell the story, but I wanted to tell it eloquently. Not that I'm laying down any shade on RG3, but I don't know where to go back to now. Where did it start to mess up? I guess it started to mess up when we got onto this scene, right? So completely okay. I'll quickly do it again. I'll do it again. About 3 minutes ago, right? So the whole spiel basically. Thank you, Charles. We heard none of that story. Okay, so let me hit the story again. I'll hit it a bit cleaner and a bit tighter. So I got lucky with cryptocurrency, right? The way that happened with Elon Musk and everything, the way that my value went up so far, I knew that I wanted to learn about this, not just invest, but also learn about it. So DLive coincidentally had brought out a goal called Crypto Superstar. It was like a tier level you could try to achieve. Now I'd already gone from nothing, like just a streamer, to affiliated to verified, and I don't think that I'm going to achieve global partner anytime soon. That seems like a very far off goal, but it's a goal for me to strive for. I personally work better when there's goals to be striven for. Like when I can see a goal ahead of me, I'm like, oh, I can focus on that. So I like that. So when they brought out the Crypto Superstar goal, the idea was that they'd on-ramp cryptocurrency streamers from other platforms, bring them into DLive. They'd fast-track them to VP and give them certain rewards. I'd already achieved VP, so I didn't need the rewards, but I did appreciate that there was a new goal to go for. So what I did was I grabbed onto that, and I was like, I want to learn about crypto because we can all benefit. I've just benefited greatly by something. I don't even know why. Why does what Elon does affect BTT? I don't know. Let's learn. So we started doing these crypto streams. The idea was that I'd achieve another level on DLive eventually. If I did the right thing, I could apply for Crypto Superstar, and we'd all learn from it. So we'd all get the information because we're all here at the same base level. Like I don't pretend to know anything more than I know, and at that point I hardly knew anything. So we were all learning together. Now that just happened to coincide with Big Payday on HEX, or very, very soon leading into Big Payday. So around November, maybe October, November last year. Now what happened was I started my first cryptocurrency stream, and it was insane what happened in those streams. It was HEX. Like HEX was just everywhere. Everywhere you'd look in my chat, there was HEX stickers, and every person's handle was a HEX related thing. It was overwhelming at how much HEX conversation there was. Now, obviously at that point, there must have been either Richard Hart or the Hexagon community. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but they must have said, okay, we're going to on-ramp a lot of crew on DLive. We're going to hit DLive. We're going to try to bring in some new crew from there, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? They just targeted a particular platform and said, let's go for it. Me learning crypto, at that point, I was like, well, hey, let's learn about HEX. And coming up to Big Payday, this is a big thing. You should get involved with it, man. Big. And not only that, but a lot of people were donating HEX to me. So I didn't even know what a Metamask wallet was. I didn't even know why I needed a Metamask wallet, but I got one. People were dropping ETH into my account and HEX into my account saying, stake it, man, stake it. So here's where it gets just, again, no shade at RG3, no shade at Discourse Syndicate. Just the fact is that we were doing crypto streams to learn about cryptocurrency. It just was a coincidence that HEX was so big at the time that most of those, maybe the first, second, maybe even the third stream I did was over a course of 3 weeks every Wednesday. It was very, very heavily HEX influenced. Now, when Big Payday had occurred and everything was tickety boo. We had our stakes lined up, everything was good. I sort of was trying to get the chat to sort of move on, right? Now that we've done HEX, let's learn about other currencies and let's learn about other tokens and let's go for it. Somebody came in saying, hey man, why don't we look at Dogecoin? I was like, no worries, man, I don't know about it. I was calling it Dogecoin at first. I don't know about Dogecoin. Okay, I took a little screenshot. I was like, maybe next week we'll look into Dogecoin. That sounds cool, no worries. And then either I finished my stream, we finished my stream and I hosted Discourse Syndicate, and I happened to catch him saying, oh, Gibbs is having a real hard time over there, right? Some dicks, I'm family friendly, some ducks, how your phone changes the F to the D, some ducks are trying to get this guy to talk about Dogecoin, or you were saying Dogecoin, it's a meme coin. And he was laughing at it, like, I can't believe they're going to try to waste his time on that crap. And so being new to the whole sphere and seeing, you know, the crew that Discourse Syndicate channel and RG3 bring, the numbers, I was like, oh, okay, so maybe Doge isn't worth looking at, right? Maybe that's just a thing. So we had a quick look at it the next stream, and I was about to invest in it, and I decided to not invest. I decided to pull back from it on the strength of what I'd heard from RG3 and how much he was giggling at it. Of course, what happened? Well, it pumped 700%. The next 2 weeks was just astronomical for Dogecoin, and I was basically hitting myself over and over and over again for not investing even a little into it, just for shits and giggles. The point I'm making is, when I saw the way RG3 reacted to that person, or a bunch of people saying you should look at Dogecoin, he was laughing so hard at it that it was the funniest thing available, like that you'd even spend time looking, this is a meme coin, why would you bother? To be completely frank, that's exactly what HEX was to me when I first started my crypto sessions, my crypto streams. HEX was nothing. I didn't know anything about it. In fact, if you're going to argue that Dogecoin is just a meme coin, well, HEX coin literally is called a hex, which anywhere else in life would be like, I put a hex on you, you wouldn't touch it, right? So there's that angle where it's like, you have to, and I wasn't going to segregate anything. I wanted to learn about all the things. I was like a sponge, just trying to like absorb all the crypto stuff. Like I absorbed HEX the 3 weeks before, I wanted to absorb whatever this Doge thing was, right? I wanted to just get, and I should have listened to my heart and invested in it, because Elon then goes nuts with it, and bam, everybody's going, told ya, Dogecoin. And it was just one person's reaction, more so the reaction from that side of it, that kind of led me to be like, oh wow, this community is pretty segregated here. Everybody's kind of got their own little coin camp, and it's like, well, you can't sort of, you know, you can't cross over, and I can't be a Hexican and be a Dogean. I don't know. What do they call themselves? I don't know. But it was just a shame, like that, like, and I don't think I misread that. I just think that's just a shame. Maybe that's more of a case of like, at that particular time, everything was so cool about HEX. Why would you think a meme coin would even be worth looking at? Because look at this, man. But we did all that already. And that's what I was saying to my stream. I was like, nothing against all of the Hexicans, nothing against you guys. I love you all being here. It's rad. But I do want to learn about cryptocurrency. I'm not achieving HEX superstar. I'm trying to achieve crypto superstar. So I've got so much to learn. That can't we just open our minds to it? Like, let's completely go for it. Yeah, I hear you. RG3 got wrecked on a lot of things like Doge in the past, so I think it's really hard for him to take anything like that serious. And that's understood too. For whatever his reason for doing that, that's got to be something that he's, you know, had to deal with. Sure. Say it now with feelings. Most humans do. RG3 and Hexologist would always host someone after their stream, and you were one of the only cool, decent guys doing some. Yeah, and look, I hosted them and they hosted me. It was completely cool. Like, and I got nothing but good things to say about those guys and the community. I just noted that at the beginning. That's all I'm saying. I noted that happen, and I was like, it just made me sort of sit back and go, okay, so there's a little bit of inside rivalry here against coins. And maybe imagine if Elon didn't tweet about Doge and it never rose, because at one point it was 740% up. And I remember the next day I was like, this facepalm was so solid because I was about to put $1,000 into that. And I was like, okay, hold it, no. And it got me, and it kept getting me, to the tune of 749%, because that would have been pretty rad. That would have been a really intriguing way to enter into cryptocurrencies. Like, imagine what's the gain? Tell me the math. I'm shit at maths, right? Tell me the math. If I put $1,000 in and it rose by 749%, how much would I have earned? Just tell me that. Actually, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that, actually. I want to know. That would have been literally life-changing, like completely mind-bogglingly life-changing, right? Like, had I have acted on that and withdrawn it, that would have been a major... That could have literally changed my existence. Like, my existence, my family's existence, that would have been ridiculous. So, RG3 is into surfing too. I think it'd be a really cool conversation. Yeah, that'd be cool, yeah. Crypto has its pros and cons. Examples, how much electricity it takes to mine. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There are things that need better. You got a good point perspective, Gibbs. I get it. Yeah, and absolutely no shade, but just matter of fact, that's what happened. The coin said it was made as a joke. Doji's like GameStop. It doesn't really matter the fundamentals. People and celebrities embraced it, and it's really crazy right now. So what are we at now? I didn't even see that. I remember I asked High Res when he came in, what did we get to? Did he say? I just woke up and it's at 66 cents and I bought it at 20. You bought 21,000 at point. High Res. You bought 21,000 Dogecoin at 0.5 cent, and now it's at 60 cents, 66 cents. Celebrate good times. Come on, dude. High res. Congrats, man. Dude, well played, well played. That's how about that? Like a round of applause, man. Dude. Elon will be on Saturday Night Live May 8th talking about it. Yeah, May 8th. Yeah, that's true, yeah. That's a huge gain, dude. That is a huge gain. That's massive, dude. We were learning about metal here, and we've kind of been sideswiped, and hopefully the audio issue is resolved. Let's check it. Let's just watch the end of this.
40 cryptocurrencies directly from your FDIC insured cash balance in our partner bank. Again, very cool. So it's FDIC insured. Okay. Now, see where we're available. Excuse me. You guys can see they are like all throughout America. You guys can see all the states they're available in. And you can download the app, guys. And here's their Twitter, guys. They have 47.5 followers. Hopefully they tweet
it's on the way to $1.
That'd be awesome.
See, I did buy in at the end. I bought in at 33. $100 worth.
And yeah, guys, they're doing pretty well. Like, excuse me, they obviously have the fan base.
G-Car, how you going, G26?
My God, my apologies. But yeah, they have the...
Dude, you're making a video. You're not doing a live stream. Make a video. You can edit that bit out, man. Come on. This channel.
Fan base. They have the coin. They're doing, like, they have a community. You know, people, they're doing polls. It looks pretty cool. And yeah, guys, this is pretty much metal. I thought I'd cover this because it is trending. It has gone up a decent amount. Oh, and actually, look at that. It's already crashing down a bit.
How are you, Gibbs? I'm well. So it's, I'm well, dude.
Still 195%. But yeah, guys, remember, so my short-term prediction is I really do think this can hit $10, $15 even sometime soon. I think long-term, this is something that is very, very interesting. This really reminds me of the Crow token. And I really do think metal long-term has a
the Crow token. You mentioned that before,
right?
Ross.
Guys, I
luckily I mined some in
depending
2014.
on what the reward system is,
you mined some Bitcoin in 2014, dude. That was when it was worth absolutely nothing. That's radical, Ross. That's rad, dude. Congrats, man. Heximofo, I could be completely wrong because fundamentally they say it shouldn't be where it is, but good advice, good take profit along the way. Yeah. I put in some limit sell on Binance for 50 cents to $1.25. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this is intriguing. This is intriguing. And Elon on Saturday Night Live hosting it, that's going to be, that should, I mean, theoretically, that should pump it up even higher, right?
Popularize this gets, because again, I'm from Canada, I'm from Toronto, so I don't know anyone that uses metal. If you guys know people that use metal or something like that, let me know, because I'd love to know the culture, I'd love to know the community. But I really do think, guys, this is easily long term, at least $20.
Okay, well, that's his opinion. I don't agree, and I'm glad we looked into metal. I don't think it's going to be something I touch, to be completely honest. I think it's going to be something that, you know, I'm interested, I'm intrigued, I'm happy it's out there. Not something I'm going to be interested in looking at too deeply. But what we're going to do here, before we wrap this up, Comtech did say to have a look into my Metamask, into my Tronlink. There is a new coin. So let's do this now. There's a new coin in my Tronlink. Let's just go over here, Brave browser. Let's make this a little larger. Mayonnaise! Wow! Hi, Res. Thank you for the ice cream, man. Thank you, man. Let's go ahead and open up the Tronlink. What could this be about? There's a new asset here. So currently I've only got the assets that I have. Oh, crikey, that's not what I wanted to do. TRX, BTT, beer. Did you send me that beer token, Comtech? And the Comtech token here, I've got one of those. That's the Comtech token. And USDT Tether, because I got that there because I'm going to be paid into there from DLive, which is going to be pretty rad. So let's have a look at this new asset.
Mayonnaise! Wow! Mayonnaise!
Ross Hex.
Wow!
Thank you for the 4 ice creams,
Mayonnaise!
man. Mayonnaise! Wow! Thank you, man.
Mayonnaise!
5 ice creams.
Wow!
Mayonnaise! Wow! Thank you, Ross. A new token here, a new asset. CT20. You did a second coin? Comtech? Comtech 20. Why have you got a second coin here? You've already got Comtech coin, and you sent me 10 of them. Why? So why two coins? Is Comtech even still in the chat? I don't even. Yeah, he's up there. Comtech. Comtech, what's going on? Why did you do a second coin? I appreciate the 10 of them. Their coins I'm going to hold forever, man. Hell yeah. But why did you do a second one? I'm just intrigued. I mean, nothing against it. I'm just wondering what was... Is this one different to the other one? Or is this... It's like maybe it's a different chain? No, but it's on Tronlink. The first was TRC10. The second is TRC20. Oh, there you go. Okay. And benefits of each? Differences? I don't know. But there you go, folks. Where can we trade that? Where can people go and buy that? Comtech has his own coin, folks. There it is. It's in your Tronlink right there. CTT20 and CTT. TRC20 and TRC10. Very cool, man. And there's beer in there as well, BTT. Very cool. Very cool. Well, folks, I'm going to wrap this up here, I guess. I'm frizzle fried. My brain is saying yes, but my body... I want more, but my brain says no more, dude. No more. You've gone as far as you can. Your brain's gonna freaking explode. So let's wrap this up. But well, we do have 22 Yahoos watching the content right now. Who's live on DLive who would appreciate a 22 viewer host? Hey Ross, thanks Gibbs, great stream as always. As a thank you for your extreme generosity yesterday to put that ETH into my MetaMask, how about you choose someone who's live? I see Hendrik with the Coin Captain. How about we just let Ross, just as a small thank you, Ross, you got someone that you like on DLive you want me to host? We'll go ahead and do that. Put them in the chit chat, and while you're doing that, if you don't want to, we'll take Coin Captain, but if you do want to, we'll go ahead and do that. But I want to thank the financial contributions to the content. I do this full time, both here on DLive and on YouTube. Still on YouTube right now. This stream will go up there and save as a replay. When you donate to me, you're basically saying, yo, Gibbs, we like what you're doing. Continue to do it. And you are patting me on my back saying, here's a little kick in. Whatever the kick in is, We want you to keep going. So there's a little donation. I appreciate each and every one of you that's done that. And now when you look to your own chit chat, you can clearly see the top contributors to this very stream. We got Zooksky, Ross Hex, and Samyo. Thank you, Zooksky. Thank you, Ross Hex, and thank you, Samyo. I appreciate you donating the way you've done to make this thing a possibility. Appreciate you. Take care, y'all. Cheers, gives. Thanks, High Res. Charlotte Rose, Coin Captain Charlotte Rose. Good night. Thanks. It's time for rest and recuperation. Quantum. Thank you, my friend. Let me check real quick. No worries, Ross Hex. Yeah, please do, man. Please do. Please check. Please. I just wanted to sort of, you know, it's a subtle, small thank you of just saying, well, you might have someone else that you dig on DLive that I can host. That's the very least we can do here. I'm not sure what gives. You guys can choose tonight. No worries, Ross. Understood. Well, we got Coin Captain here. Coin Captain's a rad streamer. He loves his silver. Hendrik recommends we suggested we host him. Coin Captain, he's been live for 2 hours. Do you even coin, bro? Cool. Gotta love the CC, man. Let's put his handle in here. That's going to give us a confirmation warning right there. Hey, Ross, by the way, that offer extends to you next time, I suppose, if you want to take it up on there. But what's going to happen here is my stream's going to come to a conclusion. It's going to say Gives a Minute is offline and hosting the Coin Captain. There'll be a yellow bar at the top of your screen. It's going to say Visit Channel. You've got to click the Visit Channel bar. Otherwise, even though you'll see the Coin Captain, you'll still be in my chat because we're hosting him. So when you click Visit Channel, you go to his chat. And when you're there, put the words Feel the Gives Love. Let them know where you're coming from. That's what I'm going to do, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Cheers.